and good evening, Gary Con 15.
Timing is so off.
There's the excitement. Welcome, everybody. It's so good to have you here joining us tonight for some virtual gaming right here at GaryCon 15. My name is Michael. I will be your host and your game master for this evening's game tonight. I'm joined by some amazing people around me. We're going to be entertaining you with a little Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition tonight. Before we begin, though, I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about Proficiency Bonus. I, along with some of my friends here, we represent Proficiency Bonus, a small streaming network on Twitch and YouTube, focusing on a variety of tabletop role-playing games. Make sure you take the opportunity at some point to follow our channel over at twitch.tv/proficiency-bonus and subscribe to our YouTube channel where we have hours and hours and hours of content for you to peruse at your leisure. We want to thank GaryCon for this opportunity to entertain you during the convention tonight, and we hope that you have a wonderful time while you're here. Tonight, we will be playing Kandlekeep Dekunstruction, written by Amy Vorpal from this book, Kandlekeep Mysteries. But before we begin, we want to take the opportunity to introduce our players, and they're going to introduce briefly their characters to everybody as we get ready to start this adventure. So we're going to start with our Proficiency Bonus crew. I'm going to start with Brittany first. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself briefly and maybe tell everybody what you do at Probo, and then introduce your character very briefly as well.
So I'm Brittany. I am one of the players on Probo, and once in a while I handle the uploading of videos for one of the streams and games I play on. I play in Matt's game along with Russell on Tuesday nights, and my character tonight is Nithfaris. She is a Grave Domain Cleric and a Tiefling, hence the horns.
Very, very good. Why don't we go over to why don't we go over to Russell?
Oh, I already messed up. I was muted.
Screwed it up immediately.
Oh, no. Ruin the stream.
Fired. Start over.
Hello, I'm Russell. I'm also a player on the Tuesday night game on Proficiency Bonus. Tonight I'll be playing EP, also known as Elvish Presley, the King of Rocks and Rolling. So be prepared for that.
There is nothing prepared for that at all.
Excellent. Let's go over to Matt.
Hello, I am Matt. I am the Dungeon Master for Proficiency Bonus's Tuesday night stream, Delve Requisite. Tonight, I will be playing Slim, a plasmoid fighter who's... Well, he's really just here to have a good time. Came here to chew bubblegum and kick butt, and he's all out of butts.
Nice. Oh, let's go to Blitz.
Hi, my name's Blitz, or Matthew, and I was a Dungeon Master with Proficiency Bonus for Monday nights for a couple of years. Player on Michael's first streamed game for 5 years. Tonight, I will be bringing a version of my character from Michael's game, Molfin Greeneast, a divination wizard with a couple of screws loose to join our friends.
Very good. Outstanding. And finally, last but certainly not least, I would like to introduce to you a very special guest joining us tonight. We have Tony Winslow Brill joining us tonight, everybody. We are so excited that she is here. Tony is an author, editor, game designer, project manager, and story architect. She also wrote the very last adventure in this book. And I got it titled Xanthoria. Is that right? Did I say it right?
Yep, that's it. Yep.
Okay, and Tony, if there's anything else that you want to chime in with or introduce yourself and introduce your character, go right on ahead.
I'm always bad at that. I'm always like, what do I say? Like, I don't know, you know? But yeah, so I wear a lot of hats. I do a lot of things. I also am one of the Adventure League for Wizards communication managers. So, you know, cool. I get to do a lot of that fun stuff. So,
nice.
My character is Bly Majajar, and I am a little blonde goblin bard.
Awesome.
I will sing you the best songs.
I cannot wait. Excellent. Well, now that we have all been introduced, let's get straight to the adventure. And so the story is told. Standing atop a rocky crag overlooking the Sea of Swords, the massive citadel of Kandlekeep rises above the Sword Coast. Visible for miles around, Kandlekeep has an eye-catching silhouette, a high wall interspersed with towers. This wall encloses a large space from which more towers rise. Those who behold the edifice say it looks like nothing so much as a cake decorated with an overabundance of candles. The entrance of Kandlekeep is a double gate that stands at the end of the Way of the Lion, the only road that provides access to and from the outside world. The route follows a lonely path across the peninsula where Kandlekeep stands. Those who gain entry discover a cloistered community of scholars milling around inside Kandlekeep's walls, a place of enlightened conversation and friendly debate. No better place in the realms exists for those who have a love for or a need of knowledge, and who want to pursue such interests alongside fellow seekers. Kandlekeep has the largest repository of written lore in Faerun, including collected prophecies, ancient texts, and tombs of grand importance to the sanctity of knowledge. The library also holds thousands upon thousands of lost recipes, old songs, collections of folklore, and journals written by folks whose time has long since passed. The abundance of these works makes finding notable tombs an exercise in patience and perseverance. Fortunately, a legion of scholars and sages called the Avowed look after the library and remain vigilant in the care and the cataloging of all the knowledge it holds. On this beautiful early afternoon, as puffy white clouds slowly crawl upon the expanse of brilliant blue sky above, our heroes enter the scene. Exiting the local tavern known as the Hearth, the main door slowly creaks closed behind them as jovial laughter and smiles tell the story of their recent travels together. Walking together into the bustling court of air on their way to begin their research for the day, they catch eyes with the first reader of Kandlekeep, known as Bookworm. The green dragonborn, adorned in the robes of the Avowed, smiles as he begins to approach our characters. At the same time, our heroes and Bookworm's faces turn towards the Emerald Gate as another individual approaches the party. Faces change from smiles to puzzled looks as a decrepit, gray-bearded dwarf in a custodial uniform carrying a heavy, square tome around in black leather approaches with a stumbled step. The old dwarf wheezes and squints as he approaches, appearing to be struggling a great deal. Finally, just before reaching our heroes, he clenches his teeth, arches, and grabs his chest, and falls face down in front of the characters. The tome falls out of his hands and slides across the ground and comes to rest at the feet of Bly. What do you guys do?
I'm running to the dwarf and immediately crouching on him and casting Spare the Dying.
Is he
Okay.
dead?
We're gonna find out.
If he's dead, Molfin is trying to stop this and has a dagger out and is trying to harvest blood.
Okay.
I was like, wait, I thought that was bad. People told me no eat faces. Bad.
Not eating their face, I just need a small vial of blood. You realize how hard it is to come along freshly dead human blood.
Yes.
Does somebody want to check to make sure he's dead?
Spare the
first?
Dying.
Spare the Dying. So you cast Spare the Dying. Unfortunately, you do not think that the spell took hold.
Malfin,
Yes.
this one's yours. I back
There
up
is a
awkwardly.
crowd starting to form, Molfin, as you're reaching for your dagger. And you would know from your experience the last couple of days here at Kandlekeep, probably siphoning blood out of a freshly dead dwarven corpse in the middle of the court of air might be a little bit discouraged.
I suppose fair enough. We'll just
Yeah,
have to
maybe
wait.
don't do that.
Mobile just actually trying to check the body over. Trying to play it off like he wasn't just reaching for the dagger on his head.
Okay, you gotta just make
That was
it.
fine.
We thought he might have been wearing a corset that was too tight. We were gonna cut it open.
Yes. Just like the one you're wearing.
It's called a girdle. Get it right.
Oh boy. I pick up the book. I'm like, ooh, I know this. You licked them. They tell you things, right?
They tell you
I
things.
mean,
Not,
she's not 100% wrong.
not usually by licking, but I guess by licking if it's special.
What did you learn?
Tastes like paper. What's the cover made out of? Just a regular book cover.
It's like black leather.
Yeah.
You can see that the it does say Kandlekeep Dekunstruction, and where there should be C's are all K's in the title. It's made of sturdy black leather. You can also see that there is images of a smiling dwarf and a builder's hammer that are kind of stamped into the front cover as well. It's crisp pages. Looks in relatively good condition. It does have, like, when it fell, it was open when it fell, and it does have this ribbon-like bookmark that marks, like, the page that it was on whenever it slid over towards you.
That would be good for my hair.
Hey, Mr. Bookworm.
Yeah, you see the Dragonborn is kind of standing there looking shocked and stunned at this occurrence, and looks down and sees the dwarf laying there. Oh, then looks like Burren stern metal. What has happened to him?
Think he died.
Yeah, he was vertical, and now he's horizontal.
Can
It
I?
appears so. What a tragic event.
He was a dwarf, and now he's a dwaz.
Sure.
Who isn't? What's the past tense of dwarf?
They're still dwarves, Slim.
Okay.
Can I check him to see what caused this?
Make a medicine check.
Oh, I don't like being the first roll.
He
Oh,
did grab his heart, so it might be something with
Yeah.
his heart. His heart attacked and killed him.
that wasn't a great roll. It was only 12.
12. You're listening to EP over there, and it seems to make sense.
The heart is the most dangerous organ. It can sneak up on you at any time and just attack you and kill you. Gotta watch out for it.
I
Are they like
guess.
ninjas?
Hearts can
Sorta.
be
They're sorta
ninjas.
like ninjas.
I ran into a ninja once. They were not nice. They kept stabbing me in the stomach, and I did not appreciate it. And I kept telling them to stop, but they didn't listen.
Sounds like a ninja.
Notoriously bad listeners.
I'm gonna look at the opening of the book. Do
Okay.
I understand what it says? Is
I
it-
just
yeah.
opened it. And I'm like,
Yeah, you can read it. You can, as you basically it landed open onto that page that was bookmarked, and you guys can see that it clearly says at the top. It says very large text barn door, and there's some type of what looks to be blueprint diagram of some sort of inner section of a structure.
Just try to take the book from Bly and bring it over to Bookworm. Whatever he was running to or from apparently has something to do with these pages.
Yeah, he
Does
kind
this
of
mean anything to you?
he looks it over, and he's like, it seems like He just takes and flips a couple of pages. These are all structures within Kandlekeep. It seems that these are the designs of the towers and the structures here. How did this tomb get out in the hands of Buren?
Well, from my experience here, it appears one of your associates must have aided him in some way. Assuming you keep it passing more from what gesture towards the inner archives. Assuming it's just not laying about for someone to find.
This one most certainly shouldn't have been laying around for someone to find, so that is a good point. Perhaps someone guided him to this tome, but this is extremely important information. And he's just kind of like looking over your shoulder. You're still kind of holding the book, but he's looking over your shoulder in the process.
Gonna look over at Nithfaris. I mean, you ran over to him first. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I mean, it definitely seems like it had to be his heart, and I'm not getting a sense of anything, but he was gone before I could do anything. It happens, but not that often. It's a little weird.
Are you really fast like a ninja? Are you
Yes.
a ninja cleric?
I'm not a ninja, I promise.
Look, I feel like we're talking a lot about ninjas, and the one thing about ninjas is they are far inferior to the arts of karate. Okay? Ninjas are all... they're nothing. Alright? Ninjas can do whatever they want, but there's nothing compared to good hi-ya to the face or something.
Mr. Bookworm, should we do something with this book? And or the dead guy in front of your very nice library?
Well, you see, I think I can take care of both of those issues for you. And he kind of starts to like reach to this book is something that should be kept in more of a more restricted area of Kandlekeep. This thing cannot get out there. And he goes to kind of take the book back from you. And at that moment, you guys all feel the ground begin to shake.
Boy.
As an earthquake starts to happen right here in the Court of Air. You all stumble just a little bit and bump into each other as a little bit of chaos is happening all around you. Confused people with gasps and looking around, and you hear some people shout screams of terror and horror. Some people just kind of looking about as not really knowing what's happening as the rumbling starts to subside and then stops.
Well, that was really weird, man. I'm all shook up.
Wow. That one was wow.
Thank you, I'll be here all week.
Bookworm looks at all of you with a very suspicious look on his face. I can't remember any time an earthquake has hit Kandlekeep such as this.
Maybe if you put more interesting things here, then that wouldn't happen. Because books are not very interesting.
Oh, I beg to differ.
And I would have to agree with you, but it does seem somewhat suspect that happened immediately upon you reaching out for this book. Is there something you're not telling us?
How's your heart feeling?
My heart?
I make a medicine check to see if he's having a heart attack.
Okay, go ahead. Make a medicine check.
19. I
19?
reach out and I just pap a bunch of like pseudopod tentacles all over his like face and neck.
He looks at you awkwardly for a moment. What is it that you're doing?
I'm not actually sure where the heart is located on.
Okay, I'm not having a heart attack. I feel fine. But I am concerned.
Is the book magic? I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay. You cast Detect Magic. You are not getting any indication of any magic coming from the book.
I was hoping that the book just didn't like him.
It may still not. It may be safer for us to hold on to it for the moment.
Is the book racist?
These are the questions.
It might not like dragons.
Or it really doesn't like
Dwarves
dwarves.
seem to have killed the first dwarf that was holding it.
Fair. I mean, I just thought it's because we're more fun, maybe, but
You all been here for a few days now. I've noticed you perusing the library. Perhaps you could do some investigative work for us and see if you can figure out the cause of this earthquake.
I'm in. It's way better than looking at these books.
I would be happy to do so for perhaps a small fee, permission to peruse some of your finer spell books.
Oh yeah, that too.
Sure, that can be done. I mean, we do have a wide variety of knowledge for arcane spellcasters such as yourself.
Well, then I am all in.
I'm not doing anything.
I look at Slim to see how they're feeling about this assignment.
What? Was somebody? I wasn't paying attention. What are we doing?
I don't know.
Apparently, we're gonna try to figure out why an earthquake and why someone randomly died.
Oh, okay.
Did you
Well,
poke
should we
him
get
to make
started?
sure he's not sleeping?
Yeah, he's not sleeping.
At this moment, you see a bunch of the other members of the Avowed coming, and they're picking up the body and start walking it away.
Nice.
Are any of them dwarves?
What's that?
Are any of them dwarven?
No, not in this instance.
Okay.
Do they look upset at finding somebody that seems to be known in the town dead, or are they just like business as usual?
Yeah, they seem pretty upset.
Don't know how we're supposed to figure out what caused an earthquake or a sudden death, but
Well, perhaps we should start with the poor dead dwarven chap. Form an autopsy, figure out exactly what caused his death, and then we can move on to see what is going on underground.
Is there an bottom sea?
Yes.
Yeah, his name's Kevin. Good, nice guy.
Not sure which is worse, and he responded to that. Or did he through the name.
Should we go to the barn door?
yeah, Bookworm, is the barn door like a specific tower here in Kandlekeep?
No, indeed it is. Although it's been boarded up for quite some time, hasn't met inspection in years. Can't allow anyone in there.
Wonderful.
And where's Byrne from? Who are his friends?
Byrne was a custodial staff. He kept the place neat and tidy and clean. We have a large custodial staff of Avowed here.
Do we want to go talk to the Avowed first, or do we want to go to the barn door first?
Well,
Uh,
I think the Avowed sounds more interesting than a place called a barn door.
Well, so you guys know that basically this individual you're talking to, Bookworm, is one of the highest members of the Avowed. So you're actually talking to a member of the Avowed right now currently. He's considered the first reader. He basically kind of helps to establish the library and what books are in, what books are out, and kinds of things like that. So that's his role with the...
Well, he seems pretty unhelpful so far.
So the real question is, do we think we will learn anything from examining the body? Or do we just go into a decrepit, condemned building that they have not been able to allow anyone into for safety reasons.
I think that's the second one. Why not? 5 or short.
I'm fine with wherever everyone wants to go. I think we're gonna have to go look at this barn door anyway, because that was the bookmarked page, so.
It doesn't seem like there'd be a barn here. That seems weird.
Maybe it's like a metaphorical barn.
Possible.
The barn is the friends we made along the way.
Never mind, I'm going home.
Okay.
Apparently, I'm wandering to find the barn we made along the way. 4 out of 5 feel the barn is the best place to start, so might as well.
Yeah.
I'll go kick in a barn door, I don't care.
Okay. Bookworm, we'll come find you if we have questions or find something really weird, I guess.
After you point us to the direction of the barn door.
Oh, absolutely. It's just this way. We'll just go through the emerald door here to the inner
I'm assuming
ward.
it's red. I'm assuming it's gonna be a red door.
Yeah.
It has a red roof.
It has a red roof. Do you
Mhm.
actually keep barn animals in there?
Oh, not at all.
Why is it called the barn door? Maybe we should ask that.
That's a good question.
I'm not smart, but
Aren't you like the high and mighty first book guy? Whatever. You don't know why it's called the barn door. Goddamn, man.
I'll be honest. I wasn't the first reader when this text made its way into Kandlekeep. I'm unfamiliar with this book.
how old is this book?
It must be very old if it has the plans and layout of Kandlekeep.
As you can see, this is the teacher's edition with the proper spelling on it.
Guess as soon as he points us, I'll start walking. If no one
I
objects.
forgot to show you guys this in roll 20. This is what the if you guys look at your roll 20, it'll show you what the book looks like. I'll take us over to the map so our friends over on Twitch can see as well.
Wow, it looks like a book.
Yep.
That's my mask.
Also, you guys start to approach with Bookworm leading the way. He guides you guys through the Emerald Door, which is a place that looks like this. As you approach these steps, this glowing Emerald Door with this kind of a mystical arcane shield that's kind of over top of it, kind of peels out of the way as Bookworm leads you guys through into the inner ward of Kandlekeep. And it's really only about a 5-minute walk to the location of the barn door. And when you get close, Bookworm kind of stops and says, there it is. Like I said, it's been abandoned for quite some time. And you're free to enter. You ignore the no trespassing signs.
We usually do.
And just be careful. It's an old place. Good luck. He kind of
Are
turns
we
around.
gonna get in trouble for wandering around?
Oh, not at all.
People say
I
that,
believe
and then
them.
I still get in trouble.
You're on avowed business.
Okay, I'll tell them we're ready to be about.
Okay, you guys, as you see the barn door ahead of you, the barn door is a 3-story stone tower that's topped with a roof of metal shingles painted red. The only entrance appears to be a ground-level iron door with a wooden sign bolted to it in common. It says, "Danger, no trespassing."
Man, that neither looks like a barn nor a door. Nothing makes sense around here.
Also, it says. What does it say? I can't read it.
It says danger, don't go inside, essentially.
See, this is one of those things. I think I get in trouble if I go in there.
His Majesty said we were allowed to, so it should be fine.
Yeah, we're on special vowel business. or whatever. Can I buy an E?
Ah.
We'll take a look. It'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I was distracted. That massive emerald door.
Yeah, they got a lot of doors around here, man. They got the barn door, the emerald door.
Well,
What
no,
is a
that
door?
massive stone door. My great-great-great-grandson would...
I thought you were going to say your great-great-grandson was a stone door. I was going to say, wow, that's impressive, man. What a lineage.
Does the barn door look like it's been tampered with in any way?
Like the door itself, or just the building itself?
I don't know. Did the door look like it's been recently opened? Or did it look like it got shook up in the earthquake?
Go ahead and make an investigation check, Slim.
I rolled a nat 1.
You're inspecting the hinge side of the door. Hinges look fine.
Lick it.
I don't have a tongue.
What a tragedy.
I'm a jelly man.
Well, we can get you a tongue if you want a tongue. I can get you a tongue by 2 o'clock.
Well,
That
dwarf
dwarf
man
had a
had
tongue.
one that he wasn't using anymore.
You know, I really like you guys. We see a dwarf die, and the first thing we think of is take his blood and his tongue. We're really a fun group.
Yeah, right though, right? I try to learn.
Like, just like patting the door.
You're patting the door? Okay.
Yeah, this all checks out.
You're leaving like
Slim,
a
what I tell
plasmoid
you?
residue on the iron door.
Big slime.
See, I'm gonna tell you, you can't just give high fives to inanimate objects. You gotta do it to someone with a hand.
Oh.
The rest of you, what's everybody's passive perception scores?
Oh, that's a good question.
Massive. Beep, beep, beep.
18! Oh, no.
Wow.
That was the first time I ever played one that wasn't like 4.
10.
11.
11.
Monk, maybe.
Oh, is Brittany there with us, or did she freeze?
Oh no, she froze.
Oh no, she froze.
She's having a heart attack.
No.
Quick, get her tongue!
I know Cleric is a wisdom-based caster, so I'm guessing she's probably got a fairly high passive.
Yeah, if wisdom based, she probably has pretty high. Well, I will tell you, EP. You're noticing Slim inspecting kind of like the wrong side of the door. You inspect the other side of the door that opens to see that it is someone placed a very skinny wooden shim in the bottom of the iron door so it wouldn't completely close when it's shut. So this door is slightly ajar.
It appears that somebody has placed a very small wooden shim in the door so it wouldn't fully close. I just get the feeling, and I know that now.
So go.
Seems like we are being invited in then.
Seems like somebody is down there, possibly doing some bad things, maybe causing some earthquakes.
I don't know if you could cause the earth to fall like that, then I don't know that I want to meet them.
I'll go down there. I'll cry and chop anybody, I don't care.
But imagine why if they could teach us to make the earth do that.
Oh man, imagine if I could kick somebody and just earthquake the earth. That's my dream, man.
People shouldn't be going around shaking up other people's castles. They got like books and stuff here, and it seems lame.
I mean, you know.
I don't go into people's house and shake up all of their stuff.
No, I go up to you and I start shaking you. Like this?
Yes,
Oh,
I dislike this strongly.
That's a lie. I've known you for a long time, Slim. I've seen you go into people's houses and shake
Oh,
things
okay.
up.
Only people that deserved it.
Well, how do we know these people don't deserve it?
Well, I don't know that. I
Then
can't handle this philosophical quandary.
That's what we have in the forest for.
Well, let's go then.
Look, These hands serve justice. And I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna serve justice to whoever's causing earthquakes.
What? I wasn't paying attention. What did I miss? I got distracted by the
The door
hinges.
is slightly ajar.
Oh,
Somebody put a wood shim in it.
I'm going inside.
As far as you open the door?
Very slowly.
Okay. You
I'm gonna take a
slowly
step
open
back
the
from
door?
the door.
Ours makes a decision.
Okay, so you're peeking inside the door. You look and see that the lower level of this tower is all one room, and it seems that the walls are covered floor to ceiling with bookshelves, stacked with bookcases. There are wood frame doors set with small diamond-shaped panes of glass that keep the books secure on the shelves. So it's almost like bookshelves with lockers, almost, sort of. And each section of which has a rolling ladder that's anchored to a ceiling rail. There are 3 custodians working in here, sweeping the floors. You see a human, a gnome, and a half-elf, all in custodial uniforms of the Avowed, sweeping as you open the door. And as the door begins to creak farther, you see the gnome with blue hair pulled up very tightly upon his head, stops sweeping, holds the broom in one hand, and looks towards the door. Who is that? And then you see the human female in the back corner who was kind of sweeping, stop and say, look, I apologize. I had his name memorized and then lost it.
Is it Kevin from earlier?
It's Kevin. It's totally Kevin.
We're all in like a line of heads in the doorway, like the Scooby-Doo gang.
Yeah, that's right, Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Are you referring to the dwarf? His name was Baron, right?
Yeah. I'm looking for something else though. Here we go. Oh, she's sweeping. She's not even looking at the door. She's kind of like has her back to the door.
Yeah.
Is Rooster Muffin come back yet? Gosh, he's been gone a while. And then you see the half elf kind of turns to face the door as well and says, "No, he's not. Looks like a bunch of trespassers."
Nuh-uh.
Customers.
Yeah, we're on official business.
The Avowed said we could be here.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
head bookman.
The
So-
little gnome in the front. Oh, the Avowed said that we could be here. Well, I don't think you're a member of the livestock. And
Wow,
he
I
starts.
like your attitude.
He grabs his broom and he starts to kind of like wield it like a baseball bat, and he starts to slowly start like hobbling towards the door. With
In
this.
gnomish, I'm going to turn to him. Put that down before you end up getting yourself hurt. Bookworm sent us here to investigate the earthquake.
Do you hear the half elf in the background? Whatever he said, don't listen to him, Chicken Peach. Show him what you got.
You
And it looks
guys
like
got
it
weird
looks like
names.
the half elf back in the back starts swinging the broom around like Donatello from the Ninja Turtles, and
Oh,
they all
dang,
start to
maybe these
grab
guys know
these.
karate.
Maybe you guys shouldn't be here.
A challenge.
I need all of you to roll initiative for me,
Are you
please.
training me on karate?
Glad I started a problem.
Chicken Little, whatever the hell your name was.
Maybe it was a chicken drumstick. At least it looks like I'll be getting some blood after all.
You will.
17.
Kids on their bones after they're not using them anymore.
We're a real harvesty group. We like to.
I could get a tongue from one of these guys.
Maybe not the gnome though.
Yeah, his tongue seems gross.
They got
I
little
got-
bones.
I got a 12.
12? Okay. Question for you guys. Did anybody roll over a 20?
I got
No,
a
over 20. Okay, 15 and above?
17.
I got a 15.
I also got a 15.
15?
16.
15. buddies.
Wow, 16. So who had... Wait, say those one more time.
I had 17.
17.
Molvin is 16.
Molfin is a 16. Got it.
15.
15s.
I got
Bly and Slim, what are your dexterity modifiers?
My initiative is +10. Because I'm secretly a ninja.
Wow.
Most sworn enemy.
Slim.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was wrong. +9. Excuse
Plus
me.
9.
I'm sorry.
Okay, what's Slim's?
We brought in a special guest over here, and she's like, I'm just going to cheat.
Just right out. You guys okay, right?
And
Fight starts and
I'm
Bly's
going.
like, yeah, takes off towards everybody. Slim's like, huh?
Shocking enough, the custodians get to go first. They rolled an initiative of 20.
Oh, jeez.
So you guys are still all standing in the doorway. And I think Nithvaris was the first one to kind of open the door, so she's probably the one that's like standing there in the front.
Yeah.
So the gnome starts to approach you, wielding this broom like a baseball bat, and says, "Let's see how you work when you can't walk appropriately." And he goes to swing at your knees.
Okay.
So
Not
I'm
where
gonna
I
go
thought what
ahead.
he was going to do with that broom.
Children's program. Take it easy.
So here comes a broom attack against you.
Yep.
That's a 19 to hit,
I mean, yeah, that'll hit.
and you take 7 bludgeoning damage as it slams you in the kneecap. And you hear
Dang,
the
what's that broom made out of?
Yeah, is that like velcro? What is it?
you hear the snap of the broom as it kind of breaks around your kneecap, and you feel the stinging pain go up your leg. The other two are just kind of following and look like they're taking a defensive stance, getting themselves prepared as they can't really get maneuver through the doorway with this combat happening right in the door frame. So, next on our initiative is Elvish.
Okay. How far away are they?
Well, really, that guy that's in front of Nithvaris is probably only 5 feet away from you guys. The other two are probably 10 to 15 feet away from you behind them.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to the first guy who's close,
Okay.
and he's gonna get some karate chops.
You kind of nudge Nithvaris out of the way of the door frame a little bit as you take a step in front.
All right, let's see. That's gonna be a 16 plus things to hit.
That definitely hits.
All right. Roll some damage. Oh, it's a D6 on a D8. Oh no, it is a D8. I was right there. 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Describe for us how you knock this individual unconscious.
I run up and I just roundhouse kick him right in the face.
Pushing Nithvaris out of the way with a roundhouse, you see the gnome go flying across the room, and you hear the clatter of the broom across the stone floor as it rattles back, and you hear it like roll a little bit the rest of the way as the actual handle separates from the broom part, and it just rolls across the floor.
I turn to the other two and I go, anybody else want to take a second chance, take a second thought and talk this out? Or anybody else want the hammers of justice?
He was weak! And they keep their stance going. Is there anything else you can do on your turn?
Yeah, I think, because I can, I can flurry of blows a second opponent, right?
I believe so, yeah. As long as you make the attack action on your turn, I believe, yeah.
Yeah. Do I have enough distance to get to...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk over to the guy who's just spoke back to me.
He was
All right.
holding an action. So he's going to get to attack you with his broom as you approach.
He can
his threat
certainly
range.
try.
So here comes a broom attack as he swings it around like this and tries to clobber you on the head with it as you're running towards. That's a 19 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and you have a goose egg on the front of your head.
I don't know what I'm more mad about.
I told you he was weak.
Alright, let me flare blows you. I go, my turn. That's a natural 20 to hit.
That hits, yes. Critical.
11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Describe to us how you knock this one unconscious.
So I come up and I take the stick to the face, and then I stand in front of him and I just go, God damn, man! And I just like chop him in the neck and he falls over.
He does one of those things where he holds still in this pose for a moment, and then just falls to the floor.
And I point to
Broom
the
clanking
guy
to the-
like, do you really want to try it, or you want to just give up?
She looks at you with this grimacing face and says, "For Stonky!" and holds her staff.
I technically I have one more attack with my Fury of Blows, so I guess.
So you're gonna run over there?
I guess.
Okay, she was holding an action to attack with her broom as well, so she's gonna try to hit you as well.
Go for it.
That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You take 5 bludgeoning. As she does one of these things where she holds the front of the broom and jabs you in the gut with it as you come into her threat range.
Alright, well, I rolled a 19 plus things to hit her. So
That hits. Roll damage.
it's gonna be 12 points of damage.
12. Describe how you knock this one unconscious.
You people are really pissing me off, and I just headbutt her.
She goes flying into the bookshelves, and you see some of the glass that was on some of the closed lockers of these books shatters a bit, just as it does like the spider cracks in some of them, and she just slumps to the floor unconscious. I'm going to take you guys out of encounter. You guys are out of initiative. I'm sorry that we only got to one of you.
I'm gonna activate one of the magical items that I've chosen for this one shot, which is the Orb of Gonging. So as Elvis Presley finishes off knocking out the last of the 3, I walk into the room and I go, I don't know if that came through.
It didn't come through.
Oh, man.
No, we can hear it.
And then I like,
I hold up an item and it just goes gong. And I turn it off and I put it back in my bag.
Nice. I'm like, oh, I could do that too. I get out this like pot. It's like this rusted, nasty pot, and I'm like, oh, and I just start going. It's horrible. It is ridiculous. It is terrible. It is really obnoxious and loud. But EP has bardic inspiration now.
Oh, nice.
thank you very much.
It's terrible though. It's like, how is this? It's making you uncomfortable, but it's also soothing. You're really not sure what's going on. Like,
I turn to my party and I go, look, I want you to know that I gave them the chance to surrender first, but they chose violence.
Oh, there it was. I cut it a little bit.
Yeah, there you go.
You hear shouting from upstairs.
Yeah.
With all this racket that's going on downstairs. Gongs, pots, people hitting bookshelves with violence.
Turn into Ferris, I go, he insists I do that every time he beats somebody up.
He insists.
a great idea. I love it.
He says it helps his brand.
You hear somebody shouting from up above. Alpaca macadamia nuts, are you okay down there? What's going on?
What's your silly name?
Who is that?
Who are you?
Well, I'm Donkey Biscuit.
I just look at Malfin like, what is happening with our
I
lives?
like pull a board out of nowhere and just chop it in half. Oh!
You notice Molfin is staying a little behind the rest of
Yeah, and you're
everyone, just like,
suddenly
Somebody else can
taking
deal with
care
Dunkin'
of business.
Biscuits. I'm not doing it.
oh, that's,
Where's the stairs?
Okay, so the stairs are in the back part of the room, and they kind of hug the outside edge of the tower, leading up to the second floor.
Okay.
Muffin's gonna just start going into the closest bookshelf, open his backpack, and just.
Okay, so you said to load up on books. Okay, you're not really picking out, just stealing them.
I'm gonna take time because Muffin is, as he's going through all this, he's watching to see if everyone else is heading upstairs, looking at the gnome by the door.
Muffin, I'm gonna tell you a secret. I already tried that. The books come back. When you leave, they come back.
It's my first visit. I was hopeful.
Are they zombie books?
Ooh, that would be creepy. I'm a book.
I can bring Tony out if you'd like, but it's not a book.
Tony?
Tony's fine.
Yeah.
Rooster, is that you? Is that you down there, Rooster?
Yeah, me. Yeah, it's me, Rooster.
You don't sound like Rooster.
I got a cold.
You didn't this morning.
Yeah, it's a real fast acting cold. Comes on all suddenly. It's going around, man.
Oh, well then stay down there. I don't want to catch it.
All right. I like turn to the group like.
I
Muffin's
don't know how that works.
harvesting blood from the gnome.
They don't suspect a thing.
My concern is, this place was supposed to be abandoned. It's taken care of when there's people in it.
Well, the door was propped open. Maybe they're not supposed to be here. And that's why you couldn't fuck them out of it.
They were sweeping, so I assume they were making it more habitable.
Maybe.
What
I
if
don't know.
Bookworm has turned animals into those people?
And that's why they have the weird names?
Yes, I mean, why would a parent name a child Donkey? Unless it was a donkey.
I mean, why not?
Maybe it was a family name.
I have an Uncle Donkey.
By the way, is there a way to go downstairs?
There doesn't appear to be.
I don't see stairs leading down, and this is where we're starting, we have to go up.
Maybe I can sneak up on them.
Certainly, while you're doing that, just let me get some blood out of this guy. Gotta fill my vial of blood from the gnome.
Okay.
Can I? This should be probably is a good time to mention that Slim is in fact he's like an ooze-filled 7-foot tall set of armor. And so I just want to like glorp out of the bottom of the armor, and in my natural form, I can like slurp down. One of my racial ability is to slurp down to a 1-inch, like through a 1-inch opening. So I just want to like up the stairs and just put like a little pseudopod like sensory up the top of the stairs and see if I can see what's going on up there.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you look up to the second floor, and you can see, there's this. Well, you're as a plasmoid, pretty much all your senses are like kicked in, right? Is that how your senses kind of work? So you, even with your pseudopod coming up, you'll be able to smell and hear and get those, like, you're not just like, it's not like a telescope from a submarine.
Ooh,
just,
I look
looking,
like a
you know?
doctor.
So the scents and of salted meat and dried fruit fill the area. Bookcases built into the stone walls and are fronted with these wood glass doors, but they're not filled with books. They appear to be filled with rations and other food stores.
We're gonna say rats.
No, not rats. Huge windows seal off a pair of alcoves set into the tower walls, and an inner curving wall between the staircases has an iron door at its center. The ceiling is braced by 4 wooden pillars, between which are a set of 4 pairs of stocky wooden chairs facing inward. Each chair seems to be bolted to the floor, fitted with 2 lengths of rope. 4 of the chairs have people in custodial uniforms tied to them. 2 appear to be half-orc, 1 a half-elf, and 1 a dwarf.
Hey, now.
They're tied to these chairs like
Like a seatbelt.
Oh, not like they've been like tied up.
They're tied like around the
Gotcha.
waist, and they're
Okay.
tying like their thighs down to the chairs.
Okay.
Their arms are free though and stuff.
Their arms appear to be free, yes.
All right, I like slurp
They're
back
not.
down. And
It doesn't look like they've been bound by somebody.
Okay.
You know.
I slurp back down the stairs. I slurp back into my armor. I go. There's some more of those Pat Sajaks up there. Keep the keepers of the vowels or whatever.
Oh, maybe I will buy a vowel after all.
There's 4 of them. They're tying themselves to some chairs.
That's weird.
That does seem weird. It's very useful to have a living booger. You could do that.
I can make a little thumbs up.
You hear somebody
They're
shout from
tied to the
downstairs. You
chair.
hear somebody shout back downstairs. Hey, Rooster! Have you heard from Stonky? Is he done yet?
Almost.
How much time? I mean, we're ready.
I don't know, like 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Oh, exciting. You better get to your chair.
Was
Okay.
there an unoccupied chair up there that I saw?
There were.
Or are there chairs down here?
There is one high back chair behind a desk here, but it doesn't seem to be bolted to anything. And when you looked upstairs, there were 4 empty chairs that had the ropes just dangling to the side of them.
Okay.
When you looked up there.
And we took out 3 people down here.
The dwarf from earlier, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe
Oh.
the dwarf. Okay.
And I don't know if it said in the description or not, but when you looked up the stairs into this room, you could see behind there was another staircase behind on the other side that was leading up to the 3rd floor of the tower.
They're strapping themselves to chairs. Like one does at some of those fair amusements.
Well, I don't know what kind of fairs you're going to, man, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Molden's into some eyes wide shut stuff.
Or perhaps it's to restrain oneself in the event that the tower begins shaking from another earthquake.
I mean, we could just go up there and punch them all in the head, right?
Yeah,
They're
they're all
tied down.
tied down.
Let us go have a conversation, perhaps, instead of...
Rooster, it can't be 5 minutes. He said we'd have an hour.
Just gonna, are we just going upstairs?
Hold on, I'm coming up there.
Morven's heading upstairs.
Okay. So you guys head upstairs to see the exact way that I described things. There are, let me try this. It might be easier for me to just show you. So I'm gonna grab your tokens and I'm gonna move you into the room. And then I'm going to move you to the map and see if you can in fact see it. So I'm gonna move you here and I'm gonna shift ping you. Do you guys see anything?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And you should have control of your tokens. So feel free to move them as you please. I'm gonna switch this over. So I might have gotten you. Yeah, you're probably locked in an invisible wall there that I had to set up for the dynamic lighting. Yeah, this is basically what the room looks like.
Okay.
You can see there's 4 individuals strapped to chairs. They all look like they're wearing janitorial outfits.
Hey, what's up? It's me, Rooster.
And I'm
Wait,
Dougie
you're not-
Biscuits.
You're not Rooster. And one of the half-orcs starts fumbling with his belt. It's super tight, and it looks like he's got it latched in several knots, and he can't
Over.
seem to.
and put my hand on his shoulder and go, trust me, you're going to want to stay seated. Just...
You should perhaps listen to the punch-happy maniac.
What'd you guys do to Cow Cotton? How's Cow Cotton? What'd you guys do to him?
You're saying these names like they make sense in everyday conversation, let alone to us?
You're talking about the three people downstairs?
Yeah. What?
Was he
They're
a
just
no?
sleeping.
There was a gnome. That was Chicken Peach. What'd you do with Chicken Peach?
Sleeping.
Well, it's gonna
He still has most of his blood, if that's what you're worried about.
Oh, Chicken Peach. How could you monsters do such a thing?
How about all of you explain to us why when we walked in, we got hit with brooms? How about you start there?
We tried to be friendly.
Yeah, it was self-defense, man.
Well, and you see one of them like look at him. The other one across the dwarf looks over and looks at the guy and goes, "Shh."
I can drag him back up here slowly, up those stairs if you want. That's fine.
Go ahead and make an intimidation check for me.
How about this?
All right.
I may be aiding with this. How about this? How about you tell us
I
everything,
got that one.
unless you would like to be kicked through your chairs?
Intimidation. It's actually a class skill.
And you know what I will do too is since EP added that little flavor there, you can take it with advantage.
Oh, all right. Let's see. So I rolled a 19, so 30.
You can see sweat starting to pour down all of their faces. And the half elf that is sitting in one of the chairs just looks down and
I can eat their faces. Can I eat these guys' faces?
no, don't eat our faces.
Nodding.
No, I like I want to keep my face. Well, hey, so Stonky's gonna launch this place into space.
What space?
Who's gonna do what now?
Repeat.
Sorry, what?
Space. Stonky's launching this place into space.
I look at Slim.
You can see the dwarf goes and just sighs in the corner. Oh, wait. Duck Bean, stop that! You know we're going to be in trouble if we. And then, Donkey Biscuit, you shouldn't have been shouting down there. And they all start to go. Like you see sweat just like pouring down their faces as you guys are all standing around them intimidatingly, and they can't get out. Like they've tied themselves and latched themselves into these chairs.
I pulled down my little mask. Like, that's right. I ate this person's face.
Yeah, so Stonky was going downstairs to get things ready. He just had a couple things left to do. Said something about getting the rockets. Well, no, there was like the rockets. Getting the rockets ready. No, I think it was rockets. You moron.
There's definitely not somebody downstairs who spoke like that. All right. What?
I don't know what's going on. I'm not smart, so sorry.
Where would he be doing this? Where can we find this individual so I can have an intellectual conversation with him?
Where can I find this individual so I can have a fist through his head?
They're downstairs. Getting everything
No,
ready.
they're not. The people who are downstairs are down there no longer.
No. Downstairs. Downstairs. Not
Fine,
that
everyone get
downstairs, the other downstairs.
There's a second downstairs.
On the back bookshelf, there's a blue book. Pull on the blue book, and you can go downstairs.
Who's saying this?
The half-elf that you guys intimidated, and he's sweating profusely.
I just want to insight check to make sure they're not sending us to like something like a trap.
Sure.
Is anyone, while he's doing that, is anyone within 5 feet of that half-elf?
Donkey Biscuit?
No, one of my friends. One of our group.
I mean,
People like
You're all
haircuts.
kind of just kind of together, so I would assume that maybe a couple people are.
A 19 insight to see if this is a trick.
You think the deception was pretty successful, or the intimidation was pretty successful, and you've frightened this guy pretty heavily.
And you all want to willingly go into space led by somebody named Stonky.
One of the other half orcs is like, yeah, Stonky's got really good plans. I see he's collected all the important books and stocked them here in the barn door because people such as you don't deserve this kind of knowledge. How dare you be able to come in here and get the kind of knowledge that us, the Avowed, should only have access to.
Your name is
So-
Donkey Muffin or whatever. You think you're better than us?
My name is Goatbeat.
Not better, man.
Yeah, there's one point still stands. Go beat.
Looking at one of these
Beat a
chairs.
goat out of you.
Does it? Do I think I might be able to like rip one of these off the floor?
Excuse me. It's pretty heavily bolted. You would
I'm
probably
gonna
have
try
to
it
like
anyway.
smash the legs of it to be able
Oh,
to
yeah,
like
I
pull it
don't
off.
care if the chair is like intact afterwards.
Okay. What are you like attacking it with a weapon, or you just?
No, I don't have any weapons.
Okay. Just go ahead and make an attack against the chair.
While he's doing that, the one who said that we shouldn't have access to the information, Molfin's gonna pull his dagger and with the pommel end of it, just right into his forehead.
Ouch! That hurt. That really hurt.
Let's see, 22 on my
Could've
attack
been
against the
worse.
chair.
22 on the chair. Yeah, it's successful. You crack the legs of the chair off, and the chair falls over on the side with broken legs that are still kind of bolted into the floor.
I just pick up the chair and I go, I'm taking this with me.
It's just they're all stunned looking at you, except for the one that's holding its face from just being smacked with the hilt of a dagger.
To the blue book.
Blue book, apparently, we have to
What are
go
we
find
doing
him.
with these guys?
You're all gonna stay here, strap to your chairs, and you're gonna shut up, or I'm gonna come down here, come back up here, and punch you so hard you go back in time.
You can threaten us all you want, but you better hurry, because this place is going to blast off any time now.
Good idea. I start tying them actually to the
Yeah, I
chairs.
start helping them
Oh,
tie.
yeah, you're tying like around the back, like
Yeah,
okay,
like we're tying their hands and we're
so you take your time. You guys take a few minutes to
Well, he's
restrain.
threatening to kick them into back in time. I start tying them up. That's
Okay.
right.
Very good. And you know what? As you guys are tying these fellows to the chairs, I think that's a good time for us to take a quick 5-minute bio break, if you guys are cool with that. Those of you that have been watching us here live at GaryCon Live, thank you guys so much for joining us. We are going to take a quick break, maybe only 5 minutes, and then we'll be back for the second half of Kandlekeep Dekunstruction. So stay with us. We'll see you all very, very soon. welcome back, everybody, to GaryCon 15. Live right here with Proficiency Bonus, doing a little bit of Kandlekeep deconstruction. Tony Winslow Brill joining us here tonight. We've had a fun time so far. We're going to get to the next half of our adventure, as the party just finished tying up these avowed janitors, custodians, in the chairs that they were already technically tied to, but you guys made sure that they couldn't move their arms and couldn't make any chance of have any chance of getting out. So what do you guys do now?
Before we continue on, should I leave someone up here to keep an eye on them?
I don't want to be left behind. I want to see what's going on because I'm nosy.
No, I don't mean one of us. I mean one of the people I can just sort of bring along.
Wait, I thought you were Bly.
I'm Bly, yeah.
Yeah, but you said you were nosy. I thought you were Bly.
Oh! That was a knee slapper, as they say.
Is that like a nickname?
I mean, it's fine, I guess. I don't really care, but I just like knowing what's going on.
Usually nicknames are shorter than your regular name, but Nosy is more syllables.
That's too much thinking.
Sometimes nicknames are shorter, sometimes they're longer. Sometimes somebody named John is called Jack and it makes no goddamn sense, but let's move on.
Oh.
Muffin, you want to do your thing?
Muffin is going to open up his bag and just sort of pour a small pile of bones next to the chairs.
Okay.
Ooh, my man, what is happening?
And
you've had bones these whole times?
Yes, I carry Tony with me always. And
I
with
don't
that,
know why,
Muffin will
but I like that
Animate
name.
Dead.
Animate Dead, okay. You watch as the bones start to assemble together, one piece at a time, as a skeletal form stands now in the room with you. Muffin, go ahead and describe the feature about Tony as they notice the skeletal form in front of them.
As you all see Tony sort of pop back up, you notice, very straightforward skeleton, rib cage, arms, everything is normal until you get waist down. Thigh bones, and then feet. No kneecaps, no shins.
Hey, Slim, is that your bones? Did he steal your bones?
No, but
Levi stole his.
I'm not feeling great about the fact that he's had spare bones this whole time and didn't tell me.
It's Tony, they're not spare. Tony, do me a favor and just keep an eye on these group. If they start to try to get out or get away, just beat them to death.
Can we
The skeletal form sticks its rib cage out and salutes you, Muffin.
Okay, I hate that. But can we clarify something? Is it Tony with a Y or with an I? Because I feel like this is very important right now.
With an I, with a little accent mark on over the I.
So it's Tony.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
so
know your skeleton was a Latin pop star.
Yes, that's exactly why.
Also, you said you didn't steal the bones, but how did you... Never mind.
That's a good name either way. But I like your spelling.
Don't ask where he came from. It's just better for everyone.
I'm gonna go to the upstairs part real quick before we go downstairs.
In case there's someone else up there.
Yeah.
And Elvish wants to punch them in the nose again.
Well, somebody besides Mr. Presley should probably punch somebody before the night's over. I thought maybe if I found someone up there, I'd hit him with this chair. I just go upstairs.
Okay.
Nice.
So Slim's going upstairs. Is anybody following Slim?
I'll go like halfway up the stairs just in case.
Okay. All right.
I'll be quiet about it. But yeah.
Bly's gonna be
I'm
quiet
gonna
about it. You can make you can make a stealth check if you'd like to, Bly. Mytharis is gonna go up the steps too, so I'm gonna grab these tokens and I'm gonna move them to where you guys will be able to see what's upstairs. And I'll shift ping you just over to the right a little bit. You guys should be able to see this. The top level of the barn door is an observatory with 3 wide windowed alcoves. The chamber... Excuse me a second. The chamber houses a large telescope mounted on a revolving dais. A small chair is bolted to the dais under the telescope with an iron lever jutting up from the floor next to it, topped by a perfectly round ruby. A small wooden steering wheel is attached to the chair and is adorned with glowing numerals at its copper-plated center. 3 large chairs along one wall have likewise been bolted to the floor, all facing the telescope. 2 lengths of rope are fastened to each chair, including the one on the dais. Chains and wheels attached to the tower's conical metal roof suggest that the strong, tightly fitting panels can be retracted, enabling the telescope's user to peer into the starry heavens on clear nights.
What was that thing?
More importantly, how much of it looks like I can break it off? Is that a breakable looking lever with a ruby on it?
It looks like a sturdy metal. It's not quite as easy to break as the chair.
I don't have anything for breaking things, unfortunately.
I have, and this is just a small tidbit about me. I have 20 crowbars on my person right now. I'd like to try and dislodge that lever.
I'm gonna tap Slim and give them guidance.
Guidance, okay. So you go and you take the crowbar and you go to the lever. When you look at the lever before you even go to hit it, you can see that there are 3 slots that this lever can be locked into. They are labeled coop, shed, and stable in common writing. The lever is currently in the notch labeled stable. You still proceed?
Like, slowly reach out for it, and I look back. Yeah, do it!
I don't know.
Do what's in your heart, Slim.
Well, I kind of thought you were gonna be the voice of reason on that one. Okay, and I move the lever.
As soon as you touch the lever, all of a sudden you see some type of blue glyph start to glow from the top of the ruby, and it starts to float and hover and spin right above the ruby and start to cast this blue glow about the room. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, electrical energy just shoots from the glyph almost instantly. I need all 3 of you to make dexterity saving throws for me, please.
Front row. Dexterity saving throws. I got a 14.
14. That is a fail.
We got a 16.
16 just succeeds.
Magically, I got an 18 even with my negative.
All right, that will succeed too. So if you failed the check, you take 36 points of lightning damage.
Holy crap!
If you passed, you take half as much.
36?
36.
I gotta make sure here.
I think that's 18 would be the damage halved.
What level am I again? Do I have a fate? No.
And then at that, you seem to see the glyph and this energy as it's zapping all across the room. Some of the electricity just kind of disappears into the outer walls. And then after that, all silent.
Put it back! Put it back! Took that lightning bolt in the face.
Wait for me to get downstairs before you put it back, and I'm going back downstairs.
Back downstairs, you got it.
Good idea.
As far as runs back down the steps.
I'm staying on the stairs in case something bad happens to Slim, but I'm moving out of the range here.
Okay.
Out of what I hope is the
Why are you
range.
smoking?
Oh, does
Alright,
that count as an attack? No.
there was a big magical problem. We touched something. Oh, Slim touched something.
What do I think the odds are that that happens again if I try a second time?
I went down the stairs.
Okay, you're going down the stairs too?
Yeah.
Slim, you're here alone.
But I'm like, I can listen, but I think that would kill me if I took that again. Be real cool.
Do I think that that was a? Do I think that that was like a safety feature of this thing, or was that like a spell
Make an
that
Arcana
I
check.
have used up?
Use Arcana.
So Jesus, with my -1 Arcana, that's an 18.
18. Wow. In talking with Molfin and Ithvaris for a little bit about arcane means of magic, it appears that there is certain magics that certain glyphs or protections can be placed upon things. Usually, once they're expended, they are gone. Other than that, you're not too sure. That's the only information that you would have gathered from them.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do it again.
Okay, so explain to me are you trying to move it or are you trying to break it off?
I wanna try and move it first and just see what it does.
Okay.
And then afterwards, I'm gonna try and break it off and take it with
So,
me.
okay, so currently it's in stable. What do you want to move it to? It's
My
the other
other-
two options are coop and shed.
I'm gonna move it to shed.
To shed, okay. It locks into place.
Okay, fake lever. Cool. Now I try and break it off.
Okay, go ahead and make a. So you're making an attack roll with your crowbar.
I guess.
Yeah. Or I guess you could just use like athletics.
Let's see. I have. I rolled a 17, so the question is.
Go and add
Is a
your
crowbar-
athletics bonus to it.
Okay, I can do that.
Mhm.
It's a 22 total.
A 22 total. So you're bending it a little, but this thing is sturdy. Like you don't think you're actually going to be able to break this off.
Do I think I can bend it enough that like somebody's not going to be able to use the stick shift on this whatever this is anymore?
You might. I would say you'd probably have to spend a little bit more time on it, but you think you could.
I'll just call down the stairs like, it didn't zap me again. Do we? How badly do we want to break the thing up here? Because I can probably do it, but it's gonna take a minute.
Well, if we stop him downstairs, you won't have to worry about up here.
That's why they pay you the big bucks.
You're getting paid.
Well, I did arrange payment for myself to look at the spell books for this little excursion, but
Oh yeah.
Chair up here look nicer than the one that I took from downstairs.
Yes, a little bit. These are coated with some type of red fabric. Make them a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that chair instead.
Okay, I'm not gonna let you make a roll for that one. I'm just gonna say you do it. You just use your
chair
crowbar
off.
and you break the chair off.
I come back down. I now have 2 chairs.
Oh, starting a collection.
Yeah.
See one of the dwarf that's down there just like sighs. Breaking all the chairs.
I'll break you if you don't shut up.
I go over to Bly and I just pat her on the shoulder and I'm gonna cure wounds her because she got rocked on that.
Thank you. My hair is kind of sticking up too. I should put it down. That was great.
15 points of healing back.
Thank you.
So, do we head for the blue book now and
Might as well.
try to find Stone Key before he sends this somewhere?
Into space with us on it? Yeah. Yeah. I don't think this is actually
What, all these
stable
books?
enough.
Yeah.
Well, if we stop him, then we can keep the books.
Mulfin's gone. Down the stairs. Running.
I'm the only one who kind of wants to go to space.
I don't have an interest in space.
I don't even know what that is, though.
Stars.
It's like if you go up, it's the up after up.
Oh! I got it.
Double up.
So I'm following Malfin
Okay.
down.
You guys are making your way down the steps. And Mulfin, easily enough, you see the back corner where the bookshelf kind of seems to go underneath where the stairs would be located to the upstairs. You find a blue book that doesn't seem to quite fit in with all the rest. You can pull it and you can feel there's a mechanism behind the book, and a door of a bookshelf kind of just opens up in front of you, revealing a staircase that leads down further.
Oh, secret door.
Thank you.
Pick a copper coin out of my pocket, cast light on it, and just basically go peg it so it starts bouncing down the stairs.
Okay. Ting, 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 ting. It rolls around goes around a corner because it's a curved staircase. You can see that it's not completely dark down there. There seems to be some type of orange glow.
Or there's a light downstairs.
Actually, that's the bad thing. Let's go. I start checking for traps on the stairs, by the way.
Okay. You can go ahead and make an investigation check for us.
Can do that.
I could have had Tony do that and just run downstairs first.
Well, then they know we're coming.
That is true.
Investigation. 15.
15. You start moving down the steps. You don't notice anything trapped. But as you get past this lower wall where you're coming around the edge of the corner of the tower, you can see that the floor of this room down below, there is an orange glow coming from the ceiling. And there is this 30-foot diameter room. And there are 4 what look to be 10-foot long metal cylinders that protrude out of the ceiling. And they seem to be still glowing with a little bit of orange glow, and you can feel heat resonating from them. Almost to the point where they're kind of blurring the imagery around you. And it seems there's a few little glowing embers on the floor. The floor itself seems to be covered in scorch marks that grow darker and more intense whenever they get under these 4 metal cylinders. 2 sections of the wall seem to have crumbled opposite the staircase. And you do catch in your investigation a little shiny glimmer. Just all of a sudden, you see this reflection, and then it disappears.
Interesting. I sneak back up and I tell everybody.
Okay.
I saw stuff, and I think there's somebody down there, and there's a fire down there. And I don't know the rest. I got distracted.
Were the fires magical?
I didn't look.
Oh.
I could have, but I didn't.
Suppose we have to go back down anyway, correct?
Yeah.
If we're stopping this guy from launching this into... Let's just point up.
Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna introduce this guy to Jeremy. Hold up,
Okay.
Hey, I bet you those chair legs would make good bones.
Maybe.
No one
Perhaps
ever
we
said
can
your
use
bones
Spunky's
had to be
bones.
bone.
That's right. You don't have to actually be made of bones, right?
Although Stonky's bones might be fun. Molfin might be on.
It's just not the same if you use different stuff.
We'll find
Well
you.
done. We'll get you a fresh set of stonky bones for you.
Take my 2 chairs and I leave again.
Start walking down the steps.
Encouraged
Okay.
by the prospect of bones, so that I can be a real boy. I need to stomp down the stairs with my 2 chairs.
It's a real
Minute,
boy.
Molfen thinks he's out of earshot. Just turns to who's ever closest. This will be absolutely hysterical if he's like a halfling or something.
So you guys walk down and see the same. The one thing that you guys do notice as you walk down, next to where the wall seemed to be broken, there is a large double door on the opposite side of an iron double door on the opposite side when you walk down. There's an immense heat coming from these 4 metal cylinders in the ceiling.
Are they magic? I get the sense that this is...
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. Okay, that's pretty. There's 24.
24. You think that while there may have been arcane implements used to help to create these, they might. You don't think they're exactly magical in a sense, as more mechanical constructed.
That's absolutely horrifying.
You believe that these are capable of producing a force strong enough to jettison the entire tower above it out of its foundation.
Fun news, they are not magic, so I cannot just dispel them to be rid of it. Based on an old flying bicycle friend of mine, I believe this is actually a mechanical creation.
You have a friend who's a flying bicycle?
No, he was another gnome I met that rode a bicycle through the air. Some strange pedal contraption.
You're a weird guy, you know that?
Another lifetime ago, though. We have to figure out how to deal with these. This is mechanical is not really my forte.
Do we see anybody down here?
You do not.
Where'd that guy? I thought I saw a shadow.
You saw some kind of reflection coming from the broken area in the wall.
I say that.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, the thing and the broken and the thing. Very descriptive, not at all. I go over to it. I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. You look at it? Okay. You look into where you saw this little shiny reflection. There seems to be a very small clockwork mechanical insect type creature in there for just a moment, and as you peer up, it kind of makes eye contact with you, and you see it turn around swiftly and crawl into a crack and disappear into the wall.
Ew! There's a bug you can't eat.
Why can't you eat this bug?
Because it's made of metal and pieces, and it ran into the crack in the wall. It looked at me. It doesn't like me. It kind of hurt my feelings.
Oh, we should kick its ass.
If you could catch it, it's in the wall somewhere. I don't know if that was Stinky or Stanky or Stompy or whoever we were looking for, but they didn't say anything about being a bug, right?
No, they didn't say what he was. They said he was down
Go
here.
ask them. Is there anything else in that like broken section?
No, you don't see anything. It's just
Alright.
broken wall with cracks in it, and
I
thing
totally
slipped
stick
into
my
one of
arm in
those.
any place I can get my hand in.
yeah,
Just put it around.
your arm really can't reach too far into the cracks. Like you reach it, it doesn't seem to catch anything.
Damn, you booger arm in here.
Ah, yes, another instance where the fact that I can go through a opening as small as 1 inch becomes relevant, and I go over and I'll glorp out of my armor. Can I follow the bug into the crevice that it went into, since I can pass through that?
You can. You can. You start oozing into that crack. And way in. And you find that there is a small, it opens up into like this little den, and it looks like there's like 4 of these little critters tucked into the den. And as you kind of ooze in, they start to just slowly look at each other and are just, they appear to be afraid of you.
I ooze like enough of myself in that I then like make that pseudopod into the shape of like a very little man. He's just like he's just like a little.
Okay.
I go, hello.
Let me check something really quick.
I hope you've completely derailed anything that was going on right now.
They nothing changes. They just appear to be the same, like tucked back into like the little corner, staring at you.
I think I approach and I give them the universal sign for we cool, and I come up and I go,
Okay. How close do you get?
well, what scale are we working on here?
Very small.
I probably like ooze forward the equivalent of like a step, and I just go like, just give them like a.
Okay. No change. They just stay there, huddled in the corner.
Let me. So back, like outside, where like my armor and my like my bag and stuff.
Camera pans to the rest of Slim.
A little pseudopod reaches into my bag, and I'm gonna reach into my I'm reaching into my bag. Let's see what kind of. I have a bag of 1,000 ball bearings. Can I take a ball bearing out of my my bag of 1,000 ball bearings and like bring that back and then like offer them a ball bearing? Like,
Okay. So are you holding it or are you like dropping it?
Yeah, I know. I like hold it out like an offer.
Okay. No change. They just sit there and stare at you.
I go, okay, and I put the ball bearing down and then I just leave.
Okay.
I come back out and I go back up into my armor and I go, I don't know. There's 4 of them. They did not like me or my ball bearing.
Ball bearing. That is an interesting thought. Do you have more of them?
Yes, 999.
Wonder how many one would need to offset the mechanics in whatever this contraption is. Assuming it has wheels and gears and things that turn and interlock.
I don't know. I'm not a science guy. I usually just throw them at people.
Is there, so the cylinders coming out of the ceiling, is there any like scaffolding or something to get on the level like higher, closer to the top of the cylinders, or like towards the top of the ceiling, or is it just
unfortunately no. It's really difficult. You would, even like if you were up on the stairs, they were still far enough away that you would need something else to be able to get over there to manipulate them.
not too sure what we can do down here if there's nothing we can reach?
Well, there's that big door that we didn't go through yet.
That
This
sounds
is
scary.
very true.
Who's going first?
Alright, I'll do it if you are all afraid. And Mulf's just gonna walk over and just throw open the double metal doors. Assuming he can.
Mulfin goes to the double doors and he goes to open them and they don't open. They appear to be locked, Mulfin.
I can get them open.
Is there any space I can see through them?
What's that?
Is there a keyhole or anything I can peek through and look into the other room?
There's a keyhole, yeah.
I'll stick my eye down. What do I see in there?
Currently you see a hallway, and it looks like there may be some doors on the right and left side, but it's kind of hard to see.
Another hallway. You said you can open it though?
Well, 'cause
Is that-
I'm not just a singing bardy person, so that's okay though.
I was
get
gonna
in
have to
trouble
crawl through
sometimes.
the lock.
So, I will first check it for traps.
Okay, you can make an investigation check.
Open it up. Wah wah. I got like a 10. It was
10?
a terrible roll.
You don't think it's trapped.
Totally not trapped.
If it were trapped, Molfin would have probably set it off already.
That's true.
Hmm.
All right, let's try and get it open.
This will be your dexterity check using thieves' tools, if in fact you have thieves'
Yeah.
tools.
And I have the proficiency, the extra
Nice.
proficiency, because I'm bard.
There you
Barding
go.
it up. So I got a 20.
A 20. So you take your time with your thieves' tools, fidgeting them around within the keyhole, and all of a sudden you hear the click, and the doors begin to slightly open.
Ta-da!
Well done.
Clap.
I bow.
Really a gross noise because it's just two
Right.
like tendrils slapping together.
Cloth. I like.
I hate that.
Bob was gonna look at Bly and go into his pouch and pull out his set of thieves' tools. I do not know why. I never remember I carry those. Put them back in his pouch.
Not the door
We can
open.
relock that if you really want to open it.
No, really, that's quite okay. I'm sure there will be other opportunities.
I'm sorry.
No, I just never. Someone taught me, and I just never remember.
That's fair. All right. Open the door.
All right, Bly opens the door, turns her head to look from talking to her companions to straight down the hallway. Beyond, you guys see a dark, 20-foot wide hallway with 3 iron doors leading off of it, 2 on the right side of the hall and 1 on the left. And as you're just turning your head around, Bly, you see coming out of the end of the darkness of the hallway is a giant, wingless anthropod, 10 feet tall and 30 feet long. The creature's head has 2 long feelers and multifaceted eyes, and its carapace gleams with a silvery sheen. Its tapered body swishes from side to side as it crawls towards you. I need all of you to roll initiative, please.
Oh no.
Wow, I hate that.
What I would roll.
16.
Oh, this is
16.
gonna be interesting.
Oh no.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Elvish above Netharis. Okay.
I also have a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Whose dex is better?
I'm gonna assume the monks.
You got it. How about Molfin?
22.
22. Molfin off.
Not on initiative.
How about Bly?
I got a 10.
A 10. Okay.
I'm very shocked at this thing. I'm like,
Oh, yeah. It's coming out of the
That
darkness from the end of the hallway, and it's lurching towards you guys. Looks very menacing. Molfin, you're the first to go. As you kind of see it before Bly does, because Bly was like talking to you, and then opened the doors, and you saw it, and then Bly turned around and was like, "Ah!"
I do not deal with creatures of this nature, and Malvin is gonna look and out. How far away from me is this thing right now?
30 feet.
So 15 feet away from me. Casting that big old puddle of grease, middle of the hallway.
Okay, perfect. So how big is the grease field?
I believe it is a 10 by 10 square.
10 by 10. So it is a 20 to 30 foot hallway there, so it's only going to take up a little space in the middle of it.
Yep, I'm hoping
Yep.
it's going to come right down the
Right
middle at us. and
Yeah,
it
this
won't
thing
hit-
looks like it fills like most of the hallway as it's lurching towards you.
We shall see what happens.
As there is a pile of grease there. Elvish, it's your turn.
How strong we think this thing is?
like the big giant thing. I don't know.
And I'm gonna attempt to do something.
Okay.
I'm gonna attempt to lightning lure this fella.
Okay.
He's gonna make a strength save, I believe.
Strength save. You got it. Right. What's the DC?
It's a 16.
16. Okay. So your lightning lure. Describe to us what that looks like.
So I go. I strike a pose, and it goes 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. I go, okay, I go, and it's like a lasso.
A lasso,
like a lightning
okay.
lasso, and it just like whips this dude and he yanks him towards me.
So the lasso extends from EP, and as it goes to wrap around the creature, it seems to just disappear through it and fall to the floor.
It's not a real creature.
And he shouts that out, and it becomes Slim's turn.
It's an illusion.
Okay, you shout that out that it becomes that it's an illusion.
Either
What
that
size
or
is this
the
creature?
It would be considered huge.
Okay, alright, it's too big for me to try and grapple it. I think you yell out. You yell out, "It's an illusion," and I go, "I don't know what kind of bug that is," and I throw one of my chairs at it.
You don't even have to make a roll, Slim. As you throw the chair seems to just disappear through the creature and rattle down the hallway and roll a few feet. It seems to pass through it.
It's a ghost. It's the ghost of a bug.
Nithvaris, it's your turn.
What is it doing right now? Is it reacting at all to them or to us even?
It's continuing to move towards you.
It's not speeding up. It's not seeming angry.
Same pace.
I feel like there's something fishy going on here.
Yeah.
This is a trap.
Yeah.
We're calling it a trap. Okay, well, go ahead.
Well, I don't want to have it get too close to us in case it can do something to us. So I'm gonna hit it with Toll the Dead just for the sake of trying to see if magic hits it.
Toll the Dead's a saving throw, right?
A wisdom save of 16.
Okay, so this loud gong echoes in the hall. Cue the gong.
Hang on.
Holding.
There it is, the loud gong echoes in the hall. We spared no expense with the special effects tonight, guys. Loud gong echoes. It doesn't seem to react at all to the tolling. It continues to walk forward.
Yeah, that's something weird.
Is that all you're going to do? End your turn?
I don't like this. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do for now, because I don't.
Okay. Bly, it's your
Magic
turn.
doesn't hit it. I don't know what else to do.
Okay. So
You just
I take out
witnessed all of this happen, yeah?
I take out 2 rapiers and I run at it screaming.
Run out screaming. Okay, so you charge. And
know,
I'll spare you making rolls. Your rapier strikes just go directly through the creature, and
I
it seems
keep
to just
running
walk through you, like you are in the creature as you're running down the hallway screaming.
Yeah.
And it moves forward towards the door, and it's coming towards the rest of your party, and it almost seems like it's right upon them. And as it hits the wall, you see this explosion of what seems to be glittery sparkles as it explodes against the inside wall. And then the sparkles just slowly fade to the ground and dissipate.
Do they stick to them?
No, it just disappears.
Okay. So it wasn't like a glitter dust in an illusion.
No. Just seemed to be some type of an illusion.
Okay.
Mhm.
I knew that. It's fake. Okay,
You
let's
wouldn't
keep
have told me
going.
that before I splattered grease all over the floor.
What?
Well, I
And I
didn't
walk
know
forward and I
then.
fall in the grease.
I'm stepping around the grease.
I totally forgot about the grease when she was running up there. So you slid like 20 feet while you were
Slid
swinging
through
your rapiers. Yeah.
Like I surf. Across it, yeah. Wow.
What are those little shoes called with the wheels in them? Heelys or whatever?
Yeah, yeah,
She did one of those across the grease.
We now have an official move that happens anytime Molfen and Bly are right after each other. He casts grease to go surfing across it.
Surfing across it, yeah.
Combo hit.
The old goblin slip and slide. Classic.
You guys do hear, with all the commotion that's happened, you do hear coming from the door on the far right side of the hallway, you hear some muffled sounds. It sounds like talking, but you can't really hear what they're saying.
Open the door.
Let's
Yeah.
get it on.
I go through this door.
So you're going to the far door on the right that you hear the talking coming from?
If my party members are ready, I am gonna open it and.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm right
Ready
behind
in
her.
action to throw a chair as soon as the door opens.
Ready in action to throw a chair. Okay.
I'm gonna flip open the door if it's not locked and get out of the way of the chair.
Very nice. So you guys throw open this door. And let me double check to make sure I'm at the right page. As you guys open the door, I'm going to take you to another map in your Roll20. And I will shift ping you all to where your location is. Are you guys able to see your tokens?
Yep.
Okay. So you open this door, and inside what you see is 8 lanterns that hang from the ceiling of the spacious workshop, filling the area with light and shadow. Marble molding and columns embellish stone walls, while the far wall is made of riveted iron plates with an iron door set in the middle of it. A copper sign bolted to the door reads, "Control Room" in common. The room contains 5 stone tables and hold unfinished mechanical constructs, all in various stages of completion. Components and parts are scattered across the tables and the floor. Skidding around in the debris are 3 creatures that look like oversized dog-headed cockroaches made of articulate metal.
Oh no.
In addition to the metal constructs, 3 figures in custodial uniforms, a halfling, a dragonborn, and a human, are crawling around the floor as though they are searching for something.
Are they looking for the chair that just flew into the room?
Are you throwing the chair?
Yeah, directly
What are you-
at this guy.
Okay, go ahead and make a like ranged attack.
I go, surprise attack, and I throw the chair. And I have Tavern Brawler, which I believe gives me proficiency in improvised weapons.
you are proficient with the chair.
So this is my roll plus my proficiency plus my dex, right?
That's right.
All right, so that is a...
As he does this, Molfen touches it off and casts invisibility.
Okay.
That's a 15 with my chair. Get him, Jeremy!
Oh, God. What have we done, folks? What have we done? You said 15? That does hit. Go ahead and roll. I think it's a D4 plus your
that sounds
dexterity.
5 points of damage, max damage.
5 points of damage as this chair hits this individual who's crawling on the floor, like unsuspecting, looking for something, and you just come in and whip the chair over your head, slamming it. The chair breaks into some pieces and scatters across the floor. You see the mechanical constructs all turn their heads toward the door, and I need all of you to roll initiative.
I think I can roll better than I want.
Bring it, nerds!
Change of music. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
16 for old Slim.
18 for Nefaris.
Ferris above Slim.
It'll never happen again.
I got a 22.
22. Wow.
8.
8 for Ambition. Molfen, what did you have?
17.
17. Nefaris, what did you have again?
18.
18. Slim had a 16, right?
I think so. Maybe that's what he said.
Okay.
What? Me? 16.
16?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay. Let me double check really quick. Here we go. This is what I wanted. Okay. So this goes here. These guys go here. And these guys go here. All right. Bly, you're actually first to respond to this situation.
Sweet. Whoever this person is.
Okay, you're rushing up. Okay.
Yep. And these guys were awful downstairs, and I don't want to go into space, so I'm gonna stab them. Or
Okay,
try
I'm
to.
technically counting these guys as prone because they have not got a chance to stand up off the floor yet from looking for what they were doing. Plus, this one just got hit by a wooden chair. So you have advantage on these attacks.
Sweet. So that is a 23
That definitely hits.
and more than a 23.
Oh yeah, easily done.
Alright, so he takes it. I'm angry and screaming, so I'm using Fury of the Small.
Nice. Yes. Okay.
So, do you want me to do these separate, or because it was 2 attacks?
It doesn't really matter. You can go ahead and roll it all
Okay.
for this.
19 points of damage.
19 damage. Ouch. Yeah, so you drive these rapiers down into this person who's just kind of moving some chair rubble off of themselves. And you hear this screech of pain. And you hear somebody over in the corner. No, not pigweed!
Penguins?
Pigweed.
Pigweed. His name was Penguins.
Name.
Bly, I think that would end your turn, correct?
Yes. I can.
Unless there's something else that you can do.
No, I can maybe move. I gotta see how much move I actually have. Oh, here. I'll do this. I'll go. Boop. Okay, I'm done. That's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
So
Technically, they would get a reaction against you, correct? Or do you have a bonus action that allows you to kind of get out of there?
I have a bonus action.
Yeah, so you would use your bounce away.
Correct.
Yep. I think what is that? Goblins have it with their racial abilities.
Yeah, and
believe.
I get it for a couple different things too. So
Got it. So you
because I
kind of
have rogue and
do a
hard
quick
level.
backflip out of the range of this individual as they're trying to recover. Next to go is Netheris.
I'm going to cast a spiritual weapon into the room. Probably it can go 60 feet, away from me. So I'll probably pop it.
Pretty much
Like-
anybody in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can hit anyone in the room, I'll head it towards the back of the room.
Okay.
Just so that-
There's a mechanical construct back there and a dragonborn. There is also what looks to be another human or half elf back there.
I'll put it by the dragonborn, and
Okay.
so that's that, and then I will. So pulling that in is just the spell, the spell to bring that in, and then I can still do a cantrip if I'm remembering how this all works correctly.
Yeah. Bonus. That's a bonus action attack or spell.
Yep.
Yeah. So you can still do a cantrip as an action, but you get to make an attack roll with that spiritual weapon as well.
Oh, I thought I couldn't attack on the first round. Okay.
You can attack on the first round. Yeah.
Okay. So it's a giant mace, like that, the head of it is just extra large and spiky compared to the handle.
Mm-hmm.
So
Perfect.
that's just the visual
Got
of
it.
what I'm doing here. And what is that? I picked the wrong dice for this. That's 9 points of damage with that.
What did you roll to hit? Did you roll a hit?
Oh, duh.
Yeah. I'd have missed.
A 16 plus 8 to hit.
Definitely. So that was 9.
Yeah.
You said.
Yeah, 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage as this magical mace slams into the dragonborn, sending it almost rolling almost under this big table that it's beside.
And then for my cantrip, I'm going to toll the dead at the guy that Bly hit.
Got a blind hit. Okay, so that's a wisdom save.
Yep.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna roll on the roll 20 on that, so you guys can see that. Big wheat. wisdom save. See how we do. That is a 7.
Yeah, fails.
Fails. All right, roll for damage on that as the gong echoes into the chamber. Yeah, we didn't hear it if you did.
Oh, dang.
Let's just
14?
assume it's there. 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage. Describe how this individual is knocked unconscious.
He just grips his head from the sound and just kind of like crumples. Like, that's just it.
Indeed he does. Bly, you watch it firsthand as you're done moving away. You can see that after this gong protrudes, picking up and then just falling unconscious right where he lay.
Okay. I'm gonna start singing. I'm gonna eat your face. I'm gonna eat your face. Neener.
Anything else, Natharis?
No, I'm gonna stay at the door.
Stay at the
just
door?
in case.
Molfen, you're
like,
up
I'll
next.
get out of the way for someone else to go in, but I'm staying.
Okay.
I want to keep the room.
Yeah,
am I
people
saying?
can. Yeah, they can move by you to get into
Yeah.
the room, no problem.
Open is actually gonna come into the room. And 10 around. Come on. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so I can get over there. So which guy do I see the floating mace on? Is he the one on my left or on
The Dragonborn in the back of the room.
Oh, okay, he's way in the back. Okay, so I can't. Yeah, so I can't make it that far without breaking my invisibility. So I am gonna move over to this guy right here and pull my dagger out and just try to drive the dagger into him.
All right, make an attack roll with advantage. He does not know you're there.
I will take that. That is a nat 20 to hit.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, critical hit as you strike it right in the neck. Go ahead and roll your damage.
My D. Okay. There's my D4. And my D6. Okay. So that is it. Just lost my D6. Of course I did. Okay, so that is a total of. That's a total of 13 points of piercing damage.
13 piercing damage. Yeah, this thing is heavily armored, but you find a weak spot in its armor and just drive the dagger into it. You can see these blue sparks kind of fly out of the wound as you jam it and then pull the dagger back out. So you did attack, so would that take your invisibility off?
Yep,
or did you?
so
Okay.
Molfen is no longer invisible.
All right. Molfen
And
becomes visible in the room.
as that looks over at Lion. I'm sorry, dear, but this is no place for me. And bonus action cast Misty Step.
Nice.
Right back out.
Oh, nice. Right back out of the room, got it. And with a vanish of sparks of arcane energy, Molfen is gone. These are what these things look like. So you guys get a better look at them in the roll 20. As Molfen has stabbed one in the throat.
Like it.
Creepy
So
little things.
That brings us to Slim
Okay.
with Elvish on deck.
Uh, 30 feet would get me here. I'm gonna go. I'll go here.
Okay. Slim rushes into the room.
And I'm gonna make 2 attacks against this guy.
Okay.
Oh, nat 20.
Man, 20 again. Look
Yep.
at this, guys.
And a 24.
Those both hits. So you can roll your damage. I like to say if you roll a crit, roll like all the dice and add it together. I know some people like to like roll the 1 and then double it. I like to just roll them all.
I gotcha.
That's right, chat. We've got the nat 20s flowing tonight for the party. They're rolling in them. Doesn't bode well for me.
That's a total of 29 bludgeoning damage as I come in and I just go like thwap thwap to like two pseudopod fists just going.
Gears and other pieces start to just fall off of this creature as one of its legs seems to fold loosely off to the side. It is still up, but it is definitely badly hurt.
I am going to use my Tavern Brawler feature because I have hit a creature with an unarmed strike to attempt to grapple it.
Okay, so do you have to make a contested athletics
I think
check?
I have to go to make a contested athletics check, yes.
That's right, okay. So go ahead and roll your athletics. And
I got a 19.
Roll athletics for this one. Really? Oh gosh. What did I roll? I rolled a 10, so you in fact have this thing grappled in your pseudopod arms.
I'm like, I got one!
It's not coming home with us.
Oh.
It seems to be struggling. Its mechanical arms are trying to weave its way out of your pseudopod arms. That ends Slim's turn, bringing us to
I just
Elvish.
like I have it like a half Nelson now, and I hold it towards Elvish.
I'll take the shit out of that thing.
So Elvish is gonna rush up to the one you have in a half Nelson.
Yeah.
Excellent. You know what? I know he's not technically restrained, but because of the image of this, like, go ahead and hit him. I'm gonna give you advantage on these strikes.
Okay, let's see if I... Alright, so the 17 plus things for the first one.
That is going to hit. Yes.
Okay, it's gonna be... Oh man, I think that's max damage. 12 points of damage.
12 points. Okay. More gears and bolts go flying.
Still up.
It's still up.
Alright, I'm gonna extend, use a key point.
These things are pretty hardy.
They seem pretty tough.
Yeah.
15 plus things. Plus 8, I think.
Oh, 15 plus 8 definitely hits. Yes.
10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. A spring kind of shoots out of its neck, and electric sparks are flying everywhere. But it is
Alright.
still
One
barely
more.
standing in your grasp.
Louise.
Oh, 19 plus things.
Yes, that hits.
7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Describe how this thing goes down.
Well, I run up there. And then I go, ha! Ha! And then, like, ha! Like a double-handed karate chop. To the...
You take the head of this mechanical creature right off, and it slams down onto the ground in front of Slim, who is now just half Nelson holding a headless insectoid-type mechanical creature.
I like turn it in my arms to now I'm now wielding it like a club.
Okay. Excellent. Excuse me, Elvish, is there anything else that you would like to do?
No, that's it.
That's it. That brings us to the mechanical constructs. And
You gotta move your token. You're still out in the hallway, by the way.
yeah. Yeah, you're definitely inside. Slim would have been behind probably, and Elvish would have ran up to here to like slam that person. So these creatures, seeing that Bly and Elvish are the closest to them, start to skitter up with their insectoid metal kind of legs. One skitters up to Elvish and one skitters up to Bly. And they are going to multi-attack. One with a bite and one with a tail. First one.
Hear me out. What if instead of that, what if they didn't?
Well, this one is in fact going to.
I'd actually like to ask a follow-up question of my own, and that question is in fact, what if they didn't? I would like to use. I'd like to use a feature. I'm gonna burn a superiority dice to activate the effect Bait and Switch. I can expend a superiority die and switch places with a creature within 5 feet of me, provided that I spend at least 5 feet of movement and the creature is willing and isn't incapacitated. So I would like to, as this thing comes up, I just go whoop, and I pull Elvish Presley behind me, and I get in its face instead.
And so you're jumping in front. Okay, so you guys switch. Excellent.
And I have to roll the superiority die, which is a D8, I think. And I add that to my AC until the end of my next turn.
Oh boy.
Start of my next turn. I add 6 to my AC.
Okay, so here comes the multi-attack against you. Rolling in chat. So the bite is going to be... Oh, it didn't roll correctly for some reason. Let me go ahead and roll it again. So the bite is going to be a 22 to hit.
My AC is currently 24.
Oh gosh. And here's the tail. It is only a 21. So you, as you move EP out of the way, these attacks come at you so rapidly, but you're dodging Matrix style as the pseudopods are just moving out of the way from the attacks coming through.
It just sort of blinks off of my armor, and I'm like...
Nice.
Not today, Sancho Panza.
And you can see that the tail attack, when it hits, like blue sparks fly off of the tail attack as it comes down.
Oh.
Bly, here comes the one attacking you, so it's going to do its bite first. That is a natural 20, 26.
Oh no.
Actually, I'm gonna negate the natural 20 with my my specialty feature.
What if it didn't?
What if it didn't? The Sentinel at Death's Door. A creature you can see within 30 feet suffers a critical hit. You can turn that hit into a normal hit.
There you go.
So it still hits.
It's
just not the critical, which is good because the first damage was a poor roll. So you take 5 piercing damage, and you are currently grappled by this mechanical construct in its mouth. And then it brings its tail down around the back of you like a scorpion trying to stab you. And the tail is a 23 to hit. So you take 6 piercing plus 13 lightning damage.
Oh no.
If the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
So, and 13. Oh, I don't like that. That's right. 19 damage. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use my uncanny dodge.
Uncanny dodge, so you can half that damage. That's good.
Yes.
Well done.
All right. And I have to make a grapple check.
A Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my dice don't like me today. That's a 5.
5. You are currently stunned until the end of the creature's next turn.
Oh my god.
So you are like incapacitated, completely stunned by the shocking sensation you received from this tail stabbing you in the back.
Ooh.
Bly is stunned. Oh no. Need a good symbol for stunned. That'll work. Alright, that ends their turn, and is actually the Dragonborn and the half-elf get to go next.
0 stars.
The Dragonborn moves over to this location, looks towards Slim and Elvish, and you see the Dragonborn starts to go like this. And you can see its neck start to glow with this blue glow as lightning seems to start zapping up towards his throat, and he opens his mouth and unleashes his lightning breath towards both of you. I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws for me.
Not good. 5.
5? Okay.
5.
That is going to fail. Actually, excuse me. This isn't lightning, this is fire. So it's red glow and fire protrudes out.
Still a 5.
I'm still a 5. How'd you do, EP, on that?
You're muted, Dress.
I didn't realize it was attacking me. What was it?
You need a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh boy. 23.
That will succeed. So, Slim takes 7 points of fire damage as the heat starts to bubble in your pseudopod form, and Elvish takes 3 points of fire damage.
Oh man, my hair's on fire.
And the other individual is going to rush up to Slim and is going to cast a spell. Is going to reach out and try to touch you and cast...
Do I have line of sight on him?
You do, in fact.
Molphin is just going to wave his hands and... What if you don't do that? Cast counterspell.
And at that, as he reaches out to try to grab a hold of Slim, you can see there's some kind of dark energy forming in his hand as he's casting incantations. And Molphin reaches out, and all of a sudden that dark cloud of magical energy from the hand just dissipates and vanishes. And you can see him turn his head and look straight to the door at Molphin. Very good. That ends their turn. Bring us to the top.
We rolled in here 5 deep with a bunch of "How about you don't" characters, huh?
Episode title: How about you don't?
That's right.
How about no?
Bly,
No.
Bly, unfortunately, you are stunned currently. So that is your turn.
Fabulous.
And we go to
Now I'm on fun, right? Oh no, it's on.
It's end of its turn, yeah. So Nithvaris, you're up next. Nithvaris.
Okay, I'm going to move my spiritual weapon and hit the guy that just tried to do magic on Slim.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. Mhm.
16 to hit.
16 to hit. That will hit.
10 points of damage.
10 damage as the mace slams upon the head of this half-elf.
And so that's my bonus action with that.
Yep.
Now. And then I'm going to cast... I'm going to move into the room a little bit.
Okay.
Just to get better view here of everybody. And I'm going to cast Bane on the let me see. Who do I want to hit? I want to hit the Dragonborn, the guy I just hit with the spiritual weapon, and the construct holding Bly.
Okay. What's the saving throw on those?
The on Bane is Charisma 16.
Charisma 16. Here's the creature. That's a 5.
Okay, so that fails.
So
it's Bane.
that one fails the Bane. I'm just gonna put a little purple mark on there so I know. The you said charisma. Oh.
Yep.
It's a 10.
Okay.
That's a fail.
Okay.
And let me grab one last character sheet. Where did his go? There it is. Charisma. That is a 21. Dragonborn.
So 21 succeeds, but the other
21
two.
succeeds.
So they have negatives to their attacks and saving throws.
D4, correct?
D4.
Gotcha. All right. So these creatures are kind of cascading in a strange purple energy. It seems to be an aura swimming around them. And Nithvaris, is there anything else that you want to do? Or is that it?
I just, out of self-preservation, since I moved in a little, I'm going to move back just a little.
Okay.
And keeping an eye on my friends, but staying right there.
Now, I believe this creature will get to make an attack of opportunity against you.
Yep.
You moved away from it.
That
It's
is
gonna try to.
bane.
It's gonna try to bite you with its bane.
Mm-hmm.
Does a 16 even hit you?
It hits.
Well, let me see the bane. So 14 would be the actual roll. So with the bane, it tries to latch onto you with its mechanical teeth as you move out of the way, safe from its grasp.
I'm just going, nope, 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 nope. Backing up quickly.
Nice. Molfen with Slim on deck.
Okay, Molfen has 2 ideas. Neither one's really good. Or rather, they're both really entertaining. I'm not sure which is a better call. How is everyone in the room looking? Let's stick his head in, looking at Elvish, Slim, and Fly. How's everyone looking?
Okay.
Bly's looking at
Bly is
stars.
bloodied.
Yeah.
Bly's not feeling great.
Bly's hurting.
Fly hurting real bad?
Bly is some entrails are hanging out, but you know,
Oh, no.
I'm
Terrible.
she's wiry.
Molfen's gonna look over and
Come on, Flag.
Molfen's gonna look over to Nefaris. Let's hope this works better. And I may need your help afterwards.
Yep, I gotcha.
And Molfen is gonna sort of step down to the door and start casting a spell as you watch this darkened energy start to climb up his neck and into his face. As Molfen is going to cast Life Transference.
Oh boy.
As soon as I can find my D8s.
Sounds creepy. Very creepy.
Throw it on the floor. Because, genius. Okay. So, let's see. Oh, that's going to hurt.
Hurt you, help her. It's a weird
Oh, yeah.
situation.
I've rolled 3 out of the 4. I've rolled 7, 8, 8.
Oof.
Okay, and a 1. So that is
22.
Molfen takes 24 points of damage. Bly, you are healed for 48.
48 hit points to
Holy
Bly. As your wounds begin to close and heal, you're still stunned,
I am still stunned.
but you're
I am
in much
not
better
fully
condition.
healed either.
You still have some damage,
Yes,
but you definitely look a lot better than you did.
yeah, a lot better. Yeah.
How bad does Molfen look now?
Molfen is actually not even bloodied yet.
Oh wow! Look at that.
It's I don't know, but Molfen is going to actually. Everyone else is in the room.
Yeah.
Molfen is going to. Yeah, Molfen's going to stay where he is, just doing one of those like. We're making a lot of noise. Is anybody coming?
At first, I thought you were gonna say everybody else is in the room. Muffin's gonna leave Candlekeep. And so,
Molfen's going to
Molfen,
close
shut the
the
door.
door.
Yeah, Molfen just locks us in.
I'm out of here.
The truck
That was
just
Molfen's
realized
other
that-
choice. His other spell, he just would have closed the door and said, "Let be what happens."
Okay, perfect. After Molfen is Slim.
Okay, I am going to a bunch of stuff. I'm going to make an attack roll against this guy.
Okay.
Start. Not the best, but let's see. Uh, 17.
17 hits.
Okay, I'm going to use another superiority die to use a pushing attack.
Okay.
So I deal 7 points of bludgeoning damage as I just haul back and I like King of Sparta kick this guy in the chest and I push him 15 feet directly away from me.
Okay.
So I basically am trying to kick this guy into this guy.
Oh yeah, that definitely happens. You push him, he slams kind of into your the Dragonborn seems to catch him and stop him in his place as he's coming towards him.
I'm going to risk the opportunity attack, and I'm going to move to here.
Okay. So we'll have a bite attack coming your way for the 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
So you take 11 piercing, and you won't be able to move away because you are grappled.
Oh, son of a gun.
So it keeps you there.
Okay. I start to walk, and then I like get rubber banded back as I realize he had like my goo in his jaws, and I'm like,
Okay. Anything else you can do on your turn, or is that it?
Yeah, I have other stuff to do.
Yeah.
Inhibited by the fact that I can't get over to help my goblin friend, I will turn around and say, well, I guess you're fine too. And I'll use my second attack of the turn on this guy.
Okay.
That is a 23 to hit.
That hits. You can roll your damage.
10 points of bludgeoning damage.
10 points of bludgeoning damage.
How's this thing looking?
Still looking pretty good.
Okay,
Hasn't taken a lot of damage.
I'm gonna use my bonus action and try and grapple it back.
Okay. Contested athletics. You got it. 14.
19.
19. You have it in your grasp. It's wiggling around
just
again.
hugging each other.
Just bear
It's
hugging
biting
this
me.
mechanical construct. You got
Once again, I just turn it towards Elvis Presley.
it. Nice. You guys hear from the back of the room a door open. And you see a gnome, an old gnome, walk out from the door that was labeled control room. And he's walking out kind of nonchalantly, not even like, what is all this ruckus? Have you found my ring yet? Oh! What is happening? Oh! And that's all he does on his turn. Elvish, it's your turn.
That must be Rupee Bumpersons or whatever. whatever he was called.
Stinky, right?
Stinky, yeah.
Stinky.
Before I do anything, I'm gonna call out to that guy and go, can you got the power to call these things off?
Make a persuasion check.
Once I'm playing a character, Persuasion. Oh, wait, never mind. Yes, I am. 25.
25. It's pretty persuasive. But he looks at, oh dear, I would, but I lost my ring that controls him. They're just programmed to attack any intruder. They'll keep attacking you until you are dead.
God damn it. And then alright, now I'm gonna shot this guy.
Do it.
19 to hit.
That will hit.
It's only 6 points of damage.
6, okay. Gears and metal parts fly off of it as you're
Alright,
punching and
use it,
kicking
bro.
and karate kicking it.
All reliable. Key point. 17 to hit.
17 total?
Yeah.
Its armor holds up.
Oh, okay, alright.
You smack it, but you don't think you did any damage to it on that hit.
And then 20, dirty 20 to hit.
That will hit.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. More parts and metal bits fly off of it. Still holding true in the grasp of Slim. All done, Elvish? Alright, that creature is grappled, so it cannot move, but it will try to attack Slim and Elvish. Slim with the bite. It's a 17 to hit?
Nope.
Nope, hits your armor.
Yep, it's my armor.
And then the tail comes slashing down towards a 21 to EP. You take 9 piercing damage plus 9 lightning damage.
Oh my god.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
9 piercing. A con save. Come on, baby. 16.
You succeed. You are not stunned.
Thank
As
God.
And this creature that was currently baned is going to use its actions to attack Bly, because Bly is indeed stunned. So a bite with advantage is a 20 against Bly.
Is it the start of his turn or the end of his turn?
End of his turn. Yeah. So you take 10 piercing and you're grappled once again.
Okay.
And the second one was only a 13 to hit you with advantage.
Okay, that misses.
Misses, so the tail slams behind you and you are now no longer stunned. But you are grappled.
This is very rude.
And that ends their turn, bringing us to the Dragonborn and the other individual. All of a sudden, this half-elf starts casting some arcane... just some symbols in the air, like tracing them with the fingers.
Slim, cast down the spell again.
Again. Oh, and as that happens, dissipated. He looks over, very frustrated towards the gnome wizard. The Dragonborn, then seeing you out there, Molfin, starts to take a few steps towards you. Step there, and is going to cast a spell on you, Molfin. Is going to look at you and say, "Quiet!" It's going to cast command against you.
The librarian's most powerful spell magic. You've been shushed.
You've been shushed. So I need you to make a this is a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, and I have advantage on that.
Mm-hmm.
Because gnome. That's not that modifier. Okay, let's see. That's a 3. That's okay. That's 21.
These librarians have no sway over you, Molfin. You have there's no way they could ever shush you.
375 years old. I will not be shushed by a toddler.
Burn!
Bly, you are grappled. But it's
But
your
I
turn.
am not done.
That's right.
So, I am going to stab him in the face with my 2 rapiers.
Go for it.
I am going to once more use Fury of the Small.
Excellent.
I'm going to use my defensive flourish and expend one of my bardic inspiration die for that.
Awesome.
And is anybody there? Oh no, let me make sure I have this one ability that before I'm a big fat cheater again. Oh. Okay. Let me, because I want to make sure I have enough. Okay, I do have rakish audacity. That is what I wanted to know. So you can take my sneak attack too.
Oof.
If I hit you.
Oof.
That is a 22 and a 24.
Both hit.
Okay. So you are gonna take.
This could be a lot of damage, folks.
39 points of damage.
39 points of damage?
39, yep.
Okay, go ahead and describe how you destroy this construct.
Bly is just like, just having a spaz and just being like, just like frantically snapping at it.
Pieces, gears, springs, metal parts just go flying and showering all throughout the room as Bly just jumps on it as it's falling, just stabbing it with a goblin rage.
Yes. All right, sweet. And then I will move. I'm using my bonus action to like run by everybody.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I can get right here.
Oh, so you're rushing to? Oh, you're rushing to the old gnome back there. Okay, perfect. Nice. You get right in his face.
Yeah.
Nithferis, it's your turn.
I get extra 10 feet.
Going to carefully, so I don't get in these guys' range. Just move a little bit here. Wait, hold on. I have a concern. Is there anywhere in this room I can go that has everyone, including Molfin, out in the hallway within 30 feet of me? I don't think so, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you
Take care of
go,
the room, they're going to need the help more.
you go like back in here, everybody would be in 30 feet from you, right?
Not, but she said Molfin as well. And Molfin
Oh yeah, I don't think you're gonna get Molfin.
No. Take care of the rest of the room. They're going to need it more. Trust me.
Okay, I'll go here. Well, actually, I don't have to move if I'm not trying to get... Jesus. Alright, I'm gonna move as carefully as I can to not get in their range over here.
Okay.
To, like, go here... ish? Does that get me to Bly and to Elvish and...
Yeah,
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna do Prayer of Healing. And everyone will get some nice good healing.
Is Prayer of Healing, what's the casting time on that? There's one that's like a 1 minute casting spell,
that's
so that would
too
take
long.
10
That's
rounds
too
in
long.
combat, just so you know.
Yeah, that's too long.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'll stay there, and then I'm going to then cast, At this point, I'm just cranky. And to the half-elf guy, because he keeps trying to cause some problems.
Yeah.
I'm going to what do I want to hit him with? Because I forgot that took too long. Actually, no, first I'm just gonna smack him with my spiritual weapon and see how bad he gets hit first.
Okay, go for it.
It's a 19 on the dice.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Gosh, you hit every single time with a spiritual weapon. Every time I've ever used it as a player, I miss every single time.
And that's max damage for 12.
12 damage. You knock him for a loop, and he looks like he's barely standing as he's leaning up against this table beside him.
Well, then I'm just gonna hit him with Toll the Dead.
Okay.
So,
Toll the Dead,
wisdom?
wisdom?
16.
16. Yep. 13 fails.
Yep. 16 points of damage.
His knees buckle, and he falls down. there it is, yes. His knees buckle at the sound of the gong, and he falls face down in front of the table and is unconscious. I believe that might end your turn, Nithferis. No? Molfin, you're up next.
Okay. So in the room now, looking in, we have a dragonborn, a couple of mechanics, and a gnome, right?
You have a dragonborn, one mechanical creature that's currently being grappled by your pseudopod-like friend, and a gnome that is being like aggressively run up upon by your goblin friend.
Molfin's gonna look into the room and look at where everybody is and just sort of go, I'm running out of options to deal with this. Goes into his pocket, pulls out the vial of blood, stands in the middle of the doorway, and draws a circle, and is going to cast Summon Greater Demon.
Oh god. What demon do you summon?
And I'll take overreactions for 200, Alex.
I'm just
So
waiting to
it
see
is
if I
a
can.
CR5 or lower.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna summon a Bulgura.
Okay. This that's the like gorilla, like red
Giant-
gorilla
the huge
kind of like.
gorilla demon,
Got it.
yeah.
So this like blood red gorilla just appears in the middle of this circle with this blast of red flash inside the circle. I apologize, friends at home. I do not have a Bulgara token prepared for the combat.
Oh, what? You weren't prepared for something to fly completely off the rails and summon a demon from the pits of hell into the middle of our fight? How dare you?
How dare me!
Both of them will look and give it the instruction, pointing in each
Tenderize.
of his 4 traveling companions. You do not harm them. Anyone else in the room, kill them.
Okay. The Bulgara rushes out of the circle and goes immediately for the Dragonborn. You may go ahead and make your attack rolls against the Dragonborn.
Okay, pull up. Right, 19 on the. Oh, and he has multi-attack.
Yes, yeah, he gets attacked twice.
Oh, it's 3.
Well, 3 times. Oh,
Yeah.
Like, that's rude.
One bite
These are bad
and-
news.
hold tight,
Two
folks.
punches.
This could be bad.
So the bite is a 26.
Yes, indeed.
The first punch is an 18. Oh, actually, both are 18s.
They both hit.
Okay.
Roll. Just give me all the damage.
Talk about muffled sounds of guerrilla violence. Jesus.
There's just angry sound going on.
So 14 piercing damage.
Okay.
Math is hard.
Right?
Oh, my D10s. $21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. You guys in the room see a massive red demon gorilla run into the room, pick up the Dragonborn, and slam him through the table next to him. Pieces of mechanical construct go flying everywhere as this Dragonborn has been knocked completely unconscious.
And then
that-
Molten is going to start just sort of backing away, like backing out of the circle. Basically, at the end of each turn, this thing makes a charisma save. See whether or not it keeps following my instructions or just goes mad and attacks anything that messes with it.
Okay, go ahead and
That's great.
make the save and let me know how you do.
I feel
We're
great
gonna
about this plan.
go to Slim next. You have a mechanical construct
Well,
grappled.
it's not anything that messes with it, so just don't fight the demon.
So Slim is like holding this like struggling mechanical construct as like
Fails.
just like spurts of like splattered guy in his armor.
Woo!
He goes, oh, okay. And I'm just gonna try and beat this guy up here.
Go for it.
So I'll make 2 attacks. Ooh. That's an 18 plus a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm assuming that's gonna
That
hit.
definitely hits. Yep.
From the first attack, that is 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Then a 17 to hit.
17 actually holds up. You hit. You
Oh,
put a
dang.
dent in it, but it doesn't damage it.
Okay, I'm gonna let's throw everything in the kitchen sink at it. Let's give it the good old action surge.
Oh, there we go. Yes.
And make another pair of attacks.
Go for it.
Alrighty. Uh, 28
Yes.
and a crit.
Oh man. Hey, listen.
Okay.
Listen. I'm not even gonna let you roll damage. Tell me how you destroy this this construct.
So all the like dragonborn goo gets splashed on me like, huh. And then I go the thing.
metal parts go flying everywhere. One of the legs goes flying. EP dodges out of the way as one of the legs goes flying over his head and clatters into the corner behind him as this guy has been destroyed. That takes us out of encounter.
My movement would have been to just come here. Just loom up behind
Are you
Bly.
sure? 'Cause I might stab this guy still.
I mean, there's. I'm not gonna do anything to stop you from stabbing him. I just come and loom behind you.
I like it.
And you can see that this guy is terrified standing in front of you, Bly. He's like, oh my goodness, what has happened? Oh, they were just searching for my ring. I was
No,
about to
they were
get...
gonna do a pocket into the sky or something. I don't really understand.
Oh, I was gonna get the barn door into space. I was this close.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Why would you want to do that?
Because these precious books, all these precious books, all this knowledge, and we're just sharing it willy-nilly with anyone who comes along. Should only be for the eyes and the brains of the avowed.
Okay, counterpoint. First of all, on a more philosophical base, isn't knowledge meant to be shared? Second of all, if you take these books and you go to goddamn space with them, what are you gonna do with them? You're gonna be in space. Read all you want, but can't do anything about it.
That doesn't matter. At least the books will be safe.
Will they though?
No one can hear you spell. And I take a thumb and I go like, and I draw like a smiley face in the like guts on my helmet.
Nasty.
And then I go, how are we gonna play this, buddy? And then I draw like a pair of angry eyes, like angry eyebrows above my eyes. Your choice.
I'll just flash thaumaturgy eyes, like
That's
fiendish
fabulous.
red from across the room, and locking eyes with him.
I'm
Yeah,
assuming the
stab
demon
him?
is probably coming close too.
Yeah,
Is he supposed to kill everybody?
yeah. He's like lurching forward, and he looks over your shoulder, seeing this demon like starting to move across the room, and hides behind Bly. Listen, I never meant for anybody to get hurt.
Well, if you're not, don't stop your, whatever. You're about to get hurt.
Yeah, you ever been punched through a brick wall?
No,
I actually
like to?
lick one of my really.
absolutely
bloody
not. Ooh, that's disgusting.
One of your friends died earlier today, and that's how we ended up here. So someone got hurt. And that was
Before we
we
even
showed up.
started.
And
Yeah,
then we
before we
hurt a lot of people after that, but
Details,
that's
details,
besides
guys.
the point.
Well, nobody we knew, so it didn't matter.
We
Point
did
being
not
just
do
whatever you
anyone
were doing.
So, here's what I'm going to do, because unfortunately we have run out of time. So, I want to ask you as the party this. What would you do with Stunky as you have
think
him
we-
captured?
I think we take his bones. I think that's pretty obvious.
Bones fit Slim's body.
We arrest him. I don't want surrendered bones. I don't want bones of a surrendered guy. That's messed up.
Yeah, no,
Like
we
it.
were.
Dolphin, opinions?
I like it. That's why it's all about, yeah,
I look at Molfin for opinions.
I mean, I did summon a demon to kill him. Granted, if I stop concentrating on the spell, the demon will just go insane for the next few moments until it vanishes.
I will
on
say
its own.
the demon gets up to like strike the guy, and all of a sudden he just envelops in this red light, and the demon just disappears.
All right, jail forever. Jail forever.
Jail forever.
Jail forever. All right.
Forever.
Save the book. Jail forever.
Come on.
So, the party makes their way out of the barn door.
I'm bringing the
With-
elven body with me because I promised him bones.
Okay, you bring in the
You're telling
elven
me-
bodies.
You're
Yes.
telling me we make our way out there, and you're telling me that Elvish has left the building? You're telling me that-
Ah!
Oh,
Excellent.
bad.
Elvish has left the building, and that's where we're gonna leave this adventure. Well done,
Be sure to tip your
everybody.
waitresses.
Thank
That
you.
was amazing. You stopped Stonky from being able to blast the barn door into space with a little bit of Candlekeep
violence.
deconstruction tonight. That was amazing, guys. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Tony. You were awesome. Thank you for
having me.
joining us. This was so much fun. We are so grateful to have this opportunity once again. Thank you to Gary Kahn for allowing us to do this. Check us out, Proficiency Bonus, our Twitch channel and our YouTube channel. Make sure you visit and make sure you subscribe and follow so you can see some of our content over there. We're going to get ready to sign off, but there's still amazing content here that's going to be going on tomorrow. So make sure you tune into Gary Kahn for some more virtual gaming right here on the Twitch channel. And also, if you're live in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin right now and having a blast or watching us too, I hope you guys are enjoying the convention and getting to meet a lot of cool people and getting to play a lot of games with your friends, because that's what this is about. So make sure you take advantage of it. Does anybody else have anything we got to say before we log out tonight? Tony, where can people find you if they want to find out what you're up to?
The easiest way is to follow me on Twitter, which is @Vorgryth, VORGRYTH. I do use Instagram, but not as often, just because I'm too talky for that.
Excellent. Well, you guys heard it. Make sure you go follow her and pick up some Candlekeep mysteries and check out her adventure in the back, because I didn't read it because I want to play it. But I'm sure it is fabulous, so make sure you go check it out and support
If you
her.
guys want, I'll run it for you sometime.
That would be
Oh, there we
awesome.
go.
I would be so down for
I'll
that.
bring
Don't make
Elvish back
promises
to
you don't wanna
Riverdale
keep.
days.
Yeah, make sure. We're
I'm just
gonna
making
schedule
try.
this. We are going to
Fine.
schedule this. You heard it here first, Gary Kahn. It's gonna happen. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We're gonna go ahead and take off. But until next time, folks, don't forget to add your proficiency bonus. Have a good night, everybody. Enjoy Gary Kahn.